Hello and welcome to Jackie Robinson Memorial Field here in the shadow of the Rose Bowl in the beautiful city of Pasadena, California, where it is a beautifully sunny Tuesday afternoon as we get ready to get underway between the rematch of the visiting San Diego Bombers and your Arroyo Seco Saints. Last time these two teams met was all the way back on June 11th, where the Saints took a 7-4 victory over the Bombers. Good evening, everybody. My name is Riley Horn. I'm joined alongside my broadcast partner, Mark Robinson. Mark, Saints currently looking to turn around a 5-game losing streak, and it extended to 5 games after a heartbreaking loss just a few days ago.
Yeah, they went up to Santa Barbara to face the Foresters at Eddie Matthews Field, Santa Barbara High School, and it started out as a strong game for the Saints. In the second inning, a bases-loaded walk scored the first run, and then in the fourth, Joey Milto had a 2-run homer to make it 3-0 Saints. And then the Foresters would end up coming back to tie things up at 3-3, and then they would take the lead 4-3 late in the game. Thankfully, Johnny Garber, courtesy of the RBI single in the ninth, tied it at 4-4, but once we got to extra innings, Saints defense just couldn't hold on. That's been the biggest struggle for this team over the last few days. In this game, specifically against the Foresters, they had 4 errors on the afternoon in comparison to the Foresters' 1. They are second in the entire CCL in errors, and that is the number one reason why they haven't been able to pull a lot of these games out. They're batting and they're hitting their offense really strong, but you got to clean up all the work that you're doing in the field. That's going to be the key to getting out of this 5-game losing streak and getting back to a winning record.
No doubt. They're trying to turn that around here against the Bombers, like we mentioned, on a 5-game losing streak, but looking to turn that around. There were some high spots throughout this 5-game losing streak, however, as we'll take a look at our Players of the Week for the Saints. We have Joey Milto, our Player of the Week, who is second time achieving this award with the Saints. And Zach Erdman, who is our Pitcher of the Week. This is his 3rd week in a row winning that title. Joey Milto, in the last game against that heartbreaking loss with the Foresters, went 4 for 5 with a walk and 1 home run to total a 3-run, 3 RBI day. And throughout the span of last week, had 8 hits, 5 total RBIs, a home run, 1 triple, 6 runs scored, 3 walks drawn, 2 hit by pitches, as well as swiped 2 bags. To help him combine for a season throughout 20 games of a .357 average, a .477 on-base percentage, 1.063 OPS. He's got 25 hits, 3 doubles, a team-leading 2 triples, and a team-leading 3 home runs. He also has scored a team-leading 21 runs, as well as knocked in a team-leading 23 RBIs. He's drawn 12 walks and swiped 7 total bags. And to learn more about Joey Milto, check out our Arroyo Seco Saints website, where Tyler Bone, one of our journalism interns, wrote a feature story on him, and that's live after yesterday, I believe, is when it went live. But Zach Erdman, Pitcher of the Week, his outing against the Foresters, he went 5 innings, 2 earned runs on 4 hits, no walks, and 6 Ks. Very impressive outing out in Santa Barbara. For his season stats, he's got a team-leading 5 starts and a team-leading 3 wins to just 1 loss, a 1.22 ERA through a team-leading 22 innings pitched. He has a team-leading 17 strikeouts to only just 3 walks, giving up 18 hits for a .222 opponent batting average, a .267 opponent on-base percentage, and a whip of 0.95. So 2 guys who have won the Player of the Weeks, but have also had really impressive seasons as a whole. As we announce the starting lineup for the Saints, we'll kick it real quick to break. We'll await the rest of the lineup and honor our country with the national anthem, and we'll return back with you here on the Saints Streaming Network before first pitch.
Baby, if I seem a little bit distracted, like I'm in another place and another time. Well, I apologize for the way I'm acting. just got a lot of loving you on my ever since there's a morning I've been wondering how you do that thing you did last night. Well, let me
Today we're going to the Rose Bowl in Pasadena to see if anybody's coming to the Saints game tonight.
You guys like baseball? Well, we have a game over there. They're Arroyo Seco Saints for Pasadena. It's at Jackie Robinson Memorial Field. Come and watch it at 6 p.m.
Thank you. Baseball, yeah, sure.
Yeah?
A baseball game, Arroyo Seco.
Yeah!
Where's that?
Jackie Robinson Field.
Oh, I know that.
Do you like baseball?
Nah, not really. I'm just bringing it. I'll be honest with you.
You guys are big.
All right.
Baseball game?
Yeah, we got a baseball game happening at the Jackie Robinson Field at 4:30.
Yeah, we'll come out for sure.
For sure, okay.
We'll be there. We'll be there.
Yeah,
We'll
go
be there.
Saints, go
We're going that way.
Saints.
Saints currently warming up as we welcome you back to the sunny and warm Pasadena as we are ready to get underway between the visiting San Diego Bombers and your Arroyo Seco Saints. First things first, we'll take a look at the offensive arrangement for the San Diego Bombers. Leading things off, designated hitter Thomas Williams, batting second, center fielder Dylan Fishbaugh, third baseman Michael Roca bats third, Alan Chu, the first baseman at cleanup, Jeremy Jones, right fielder, batting fifth, James Derflinger batting sixth in left field, seventh is the second baseman Aiden Harrison, batting eighth, Christian Santiago, the shortstop, and rounding things out in the 9-hole is the catcher Griffin Zitko. They'll be squaring off against the Saints pitcher in Brady Nelson, who spent this last collegiate year up at St. Cloud State University in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Approaching next year's academic year, he'll be traveling about 2 hours south in Minnesota down to Minnesota State University, where he will join the Mavericks baseball program. And he's having a pretty strong summer so far.
Yeah, he's got a 3.21 ERA on the season with 4 games, 1 start within those stats as well. 14 innings pitched for the recently committed Minnesota State player. 12 strikeouts, only 5 walks, only allowed 19 hits on the season. In his last appearance, he had 5 innings, 8 runs, 5 of those earned against the Slow Blues. In his 4 appearances on the year, he's appeared in 5, 3, 3, and 3 innings respectively. So we can suspect to see Brady Nelson on the rubber for a good first half of this game between that 3 to 5 inning sweet spot. And hopefully he can continue the strong season he's having with that low ERA and have a good start for the Saints here in Pasadena.
Yeah, definitely having a strong summer and looking to have another strong start here as he's going to help lead the pitching side to try and get the Saints out of this 5-game losing bender. Thomas Williams digs into the left-handed batter's box. Nelson kicks and delivers the first pitch, which is a called strike right on the outer half. A 6-12 first pitch. Oh, 1. Swung on, fouled straight back, and quickly in the driver's seat. Brady Nelson ahead 0-2.
8 strikeouts on the season for Thomas Williams, batting at .298 with the Bombers, an affiliate team in the CCL South. This is his 48th at-bat of the summer here against Brady Nelson.
0-2 pitch at the eye level, called for ball 1.
Nelson in his 4 appearances has done such a good job keeping the walk count low. Only walked 5 batters through 14 innings. Doing a good job getting ahead of the first batter here.
1-2 pitch. Spiked it just a little bit. Brings it even at 2-2.
Nelson's ERA 3.21 comes from 1 game where he allowed 5 earned runs on 11 hits. In his other appearances, he allowed no runs.
Just a bit high and outside. Loads up the count for the leadoff man, Thomas Williams.
In that game against the Blues for Nelson, he allowed 11 hits. In the previous 3 appearances, he only allowed 4 versus the Oaks, 1 versus the Riptide, and 1 versus the Barons.
Payoff pitch. Runs outside. 0-2 count turned into a walk, and the leadoff man, Thomas Williams, on first base, starting things off for the Bombers.
Leadoff base runner comes in walk fashion. Nelson gets his 6th walk of the season. And the big test for him now as the starter for the Saints. We'll see if he can recoup, come back from initially being in an 0-2 count, getting ahead in the driver's seat, and then falling behind, walking his first batter faced. Big mental test here for the Minnesota State.
Squaring to bunt, lays it down, goes to second with it, does Nelson. They'll get the lead out there. Heads up play by Brady Nelson as he flings it over to Jax Ryan, who is covering second base. And with that, we'll take a quick peek at the defensive alignment for the Saints so far today. In the outfield from left to right, it's Johnny Garber getting the start out there in the outfield. Lane Hayworth in center, Joey Milto in right. On the infield, left to right, it's Trotter Enright, Jax Ryan, Keon Moseni, and Levi Medella. J.J. Kennett completing the battery with, again, the starting pitcher, Brady Nelson, who made the heads-up play to go to second base on that bunt. Runner goes, swing and a miss, throw down, gets into center field. Doesn't look like Dylan Fishbaugh, who laid that bunt down and got on first base, knew that it got into center field, so he dives in safely at second and will remain there.
Wild throw down the battery for J.J. Kennett, way off center to second base, but luckily Lane Hayworth recognized the miss throw. He crashed up in center field, was able to cover the miss throw to the point where nobody's going anywhere after second base, so they only advance 1 runner, but still a runner in scoring position now for the Bombers here early in this game.
0-1 is the count. This one's popped into shallow right field down the line, and just a couple feet foul. It'll be a quick 0-2. Michael Roca in the box for the Bombers, batting at 167, but a relatively small sample size, just 3 for 18 so far this summer. Got 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored, 3 walks to 4 strikeouts. He's in an 0-2 count against Brady Nelson, the brand new Maverick of Minnesota State. Nelson the 0-2. Breaking pitch runs high and inside of Roca.
Jump there from Fishbaugh, looking to potentially steal another bag. The Bombers second to last in the entire CCL in stolen bases, only 11 heading into this game. They get their 12th from Fishbaugh, advancing from first to second. Stays put with a comfortable lead.
1-2. Line the other way, right into the glove of Levi Medella at first base. Good base running from Fishbaugh. Froze on the line drive and immediately retreated and dove back to second base. But a good barrel, but an unproductive out from Michael Roca puts 2 outs on the inning.
Good base running indeed there by Fishbaugh. That was a similar scenario in Santa Barbara that evidently lost the Saints the game. We had a runner on second, 1 out, and the runner took too big of a lead. The ball was lined right to shortstop. Quick pitch over to second base. They got the easy double play. They would go on to walk it off in the bottom of the 12th.
Up steps the corner infielder today, the first baseman, Alan Chu, who takes called strike 1 on the outer half. Chu, originally from Southlake, Texas, currently in the portal and undecided for next academic year. 0-1 pitch runs down below the knees of Chu, the cleanup hitter for the Bombers, who has a pretty similar stat line to Michael Roca, who's the 3-hole hitter. He's also 3 for 18, also has 2 runs scored. But Chu, just a couple less RBIs. Just got 1 on the season, 1 walk to 7 strikeouts. 1-1 pitch. Once again, down below the knees. 2-1. Chu goes ahead. Two-one. Weak line drive into shallow left field. Down for a base hit. Waves on for Fishbaugh. He scores easily. Alan Chu. An RBI single to get the Bombers ahead first.
88 off the bat. Just a really nice hitting placement there for Alan Chu. Puts it right in shallow left field. Jax Ryan tracking it back, but not able to make the grab. Johnny Garber not able to hustle up enough. It drops right in the middle of the two of them. And Fishbaugh easily rounds the 2 bags and scores the first run of the day here at Jackie Robinson Field. The Bombers with an early lead.
2 outs. Runner on first for the right fielder, Jeremy Jones of the Bombers. He takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. One-zero in there for strike 1.
39th at-bat of the season for Jeremy Jones with the Bombers, originally from Porter Ranch, California, batting a .263 on the season.
This one's down below the knees for a ball 2. Jeremy Jones, through the Bombers' starting 9 hitters, the second highest average, just behind the leadoff man in Thomas Williams, who's batting .298 on the summer, just a hit away from getting above that glorious 300 line. 2-1 finds the zone, brings it even at our first Deuces Wild of the night. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Alan Chu on first, Jeremy Jones in the box. Brady Nelson delivers. Fly ball on the left side and foul and out of play, heading towards the Rose Bowl.
Trying to limit the damage to just 1 run here. You don't have anyone in scoring position yet with 2 outs. You're right even on this count.
Ground ball up the middle and past Moseni at second. Chu thinks about third, and he puts the head down. He's going to go for it. Throw in. Bounces towards the Saints dugout, but there to back it up is the pitcher, Brady Nelson. Coasting in to second base is Jeremy Jones. So he gets a single extended into a 2-bagger. And now there's 2 in scoring position with 2 outs for James Derflinger. Derflinger, 2 in scoring position, 2 outs. He's yet to record an RBI this summer. So now looking for his first one. First pitch, breaking ball, catches the outer edge for strike 1.
Talked about this briefly during BP for the Bombers. Derflinger might have the coolest bat I've ever seen this summer in the CCL. Maybe the coolest bat I've ever seen in baseball. Neon pink, baby blue, torpedo bat combination. The bat alone, destined to hit tons of dingers with a sweet-looking bat like that.
Takes another breaker for called strike 2.
71 miles an hour on the breaker there for Nelson. Perfectly placed pitch, and he's in the driver's seat here. Runner in scoring position now. Needs to put out the fire that the Saints have put themselves in early on.
0-2, grounded up the middle and through to center field for a base hit. Chu scores. Stop sign is going to be on for Jeremy Jones. He holds up at third base, but an RBI single and the first RBI of the summer for James Derflinger puts the Bombers up 2 here in the top 1.
Balls are well hit by the Bombers, but super well hit. A little bit of slow moving in the infield for the Saints so far. It's cost him 2 runs early on here. Nelson and the Saints behind him on the defensive side of things here in the first. Got to clean things up a little bit. Themselves out of a game that they now already trail. Not even 15 minutes in.
Runner goes from first, but it's fouled straight back. It's Aiden Harrison, the second baseman for the Bombers. Now in the box, Derflinger on first base took off towards second, but the foul ball makes him retreat. Harrison in the box, 1 for 5 on the summer with 4 strikeouts. A 1 breaker in there for called strike 2.
Great breaking ball right in the high left corner of the right-handed strike zone. 73 miles an hour off the arm of Nelson. Gets back in the driver's seat here to try to finish this half frame out for the Saints.
Runner goes, swing and a miss, won't matter. Aiden Harrison strikes out to retire the side, but not before the Bombers record 2 runs here in the top of the first. Saints already trailing early, but now getting their crack at the at-bats as we head to the home half.
What's up? I'm Christian Robb. I'm a pitcher.
Kate Schumart, I'm a left-handed pitcher.
And this is Rippin' Decks with the Saints. My first card, I got Luke Weaver.
David Fry.
I got Jackson Job as my next card, young guy.
We got Landon Knack.
You got Austin Hedges, another good player.
Kiter Montero.
Well, this one's a freaky card. I got Nick Castellanos.
Oh.
It's Friday the 13th right now, so it's kind of a bad look to pull the Nick Castellanos card on Friday the 13th.
We got Nolan Jones.
JP Sears. Let's read about this guy. Are you from South Carolina? That's pretty cool.
Julian Aguilar. I'm not too familiar with these guys.
No, I've heard of him for sure.
He's a pitcher though. He looks nasty.
I got Jesus Luzardo. This guy is nasty.
I got Tyler Fitzgerald.
Oh, here we go. Jordan Romano. Oh, he's from Canada.
Oh.
That's pretty sick.
Wowza. Mason Montgomery, left-handed pitcher.
Alex Verdugo. He's nasty.
We got a decent one here.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Matt Strom there.
Let's go.
That's huge.
I got Caden Dana. Yeah.
Bro, I just took a look at that next card.
I know. This is a sick one. I can't wait to.
I got Kyle Tucker though. I like that one. That's pretty good.
All right, I got this.
Back here in the bottom of the first, Saints already trailing 2, but now getting their first opportunity. And with that, we'll take a peek at who's going to be the guys trying to get those runs back. Leading things off, Lane Hayworth out in center field. Trotter Enright, third baseman, bats 2-hole. Jax Ryan, the shortstop, batting third. Jacob Freer, cleanup, designated hitter for tonight. Joey Milto, fifth in right field. J.J. Kennett, sixth. The catcher, Johnny Garber in left, batting seventh. Levi Medella, eighth at first base. And Keon Moseni, the second baseman, representing that second leadoff man role down in the ninth spot. Squaring off against the Bombers pitcher of William Sanford out of the University of Oregon. So far this summer, an 0-1 record through 2 starts and 3 total appearances with a 3.85 ERA. As he kicks and delivers the first pitch to Lane Hayworth, it's way above the zone and above glove of the catcher Griffin Zitko. Gets all the way to the backstop. Second one, same location. Quickly ahead 2-0 is Lane Hayworth. Zitko's sailed a couple, but always takes a few pitches to warm up. Still upstairs, but a little bit of an adjustment there from Sanford. Nonetheless, Hayworth way ahead 3-0. This one catches the top of the zone for strike one. This one runs upstairs. Ball four. Instantly, William Sanford, a little bit of upstairs issues, if you will, puts Lane Hayworth on first base.
A lot of pitches way over the head of Zitko behind the dish for the Bombers, and that's now leadoff base runners in walk fashion for both of these teams. For the Bombers, it ended in 2 runs scored and a 2-run lead. We'll see if the Saints can capitalize with a leadoff runner on first base.
So up steps Trotter Enright, third baseman for the Saints. Sanford missing a little upstairs so far here. As Enright squares to bunt, takes it right down the middle for strike one. Sanford right back in there, getting into the strike zone.
Trotter Enright on a 5-game hit streak, only had 1 hit in the game against the Foresters on Sunday, but it was an extra innings RBI single to extend their lead in the top of the 11th to 7-5. The Saints, unfortunately, not able to hold on there, go down walk-off fashion in the 12th. The Foresters walked away with the 8-7 win to add to the losing streak the Saints on right now.
Trotter Enright, 1-1 count. This one catches the top of the zone to make it 1-2. Enright, like you mentioned, Mark, on that hitting streak, still the team leader in hits as of right now for the Saints throughout this summer. Found himself very consistently in that 2-hole. Back pick attempt on Hayworth. Dives back with plenty of time.
He started in almost every game that he appeared in for the Long Beach State Dirtbags this season. Batted a .240 with only 8 RBIs during the Big West regular season, so he's blown a lot of those stats out of the water.
Lane Hayworth with an incredible jump over on first base, but he'll have to retreat back as the 1-2 offering was fouled out of play on the left side.
Got a much higher average on the summer, batting a .345 this summer in comparison to his in-season .240 with the Long Beach State Dirtbags. 8 RBIs on the season. He's got 19 on the summer so far with the Saints. As we've talked about, by far one of the most powerful, strongest hitters for the Saints.
1-2, once again, golfed foul. Hayworth staying put on that one, but maybe just to catch his breath after the stolen base attempt of the pitch before, so likely we could potentially see him in motion again on this one. Hayworth still the team leader for the Saints in stolen bases. Back pick attempt. Diving back again with plenty of time, this time with a tag from the first baseman, Alan Chu.
Hayworth, the team leader in stolen bases, also contributing to the Saints being 3rd in the CCL in stolen bases.
1-2. Upstairs. Brings it even at 2-2. Hayworth team leading with 12 stolen bases. This one runs high and outside again, full count. Enright Team leading 29 hits, looking to make it 30 against this pitcher in William Sanford. Payoff pitch upstairs and gets all the way to the backstop. Hayworth hustling to second, thinking about third, but he'll retreat back. Not enough time for him to round and have a chance at the extra base. So back-to-back walks puts 2 aboard and 1 in scoring position for the heart of the order.
To show the Oregon Duck where the stairwell is, because as you said, he's having an upstairs problem right now. A lot of pitches missing way over the head of both the batter and the catcher, Griffin Zitko. Speaking of, he's on the mound discussing kind of the issues that the pitching and the defense, well, not even the defense, only the pitching, back-to-back walks for Sanford. Discussing the issues there and how they'll try to fix it. And it brings up the third batter in the lineup, Jax Ryan. He's got 2 runners on.
2 runners on and a chance to get the Saints right back into this game as they trail 2 here in the bottom of the first. First pitch, top of the zone, but a swing and a miss. There's a couple things that can contribute to upstairs issues. Could be a grip thing, not getting on top of the ball as much. Most of the times it's a little bit of a release point thing. Just not able to fully get on top of the ball as much as you'd like. Got to try and work downhill. Oh, 1, Hayworth on the move, tapped right back to the mound. Sanford goes to first with it, but a productive out in a bit of an unconventional way. Moves up both base runners, 2 in scoring position with just 1 out for Jacob Freer, who bats cleanup.
Yeah, great jump by Hayworth on second. Got ahead before the hit even happened. And then Sanford has the choice to turn around and throw Hayworth out at third, but the easy play, get the first out, throw the runner out at first. Don't allow the hit or the fielder's choice, that is, but still 2 runners on, 2 runners in scoring position for the Saints now. It's Trotter Enright at second and Lane Hayworth at third. Hayworth looking to bring in his 21st run of the season. Trotter Enright, on the other hand, his 18th.
And for Jacob Freer in the box, he's looking to bring in RBI number 16 and 17 with 2 out in scoring position. 1-0 count. Sanford again delivers, missing upstairs. Freer batting at .294 this summer. He is 24-68, just 1 hit away from inching above that 300 line. Looking to do so in a big way. Base hit here, very likely to tie this game up at 2s. 2-0 misses upstairs. Freer goes way ahead, and extremely likely the take sign's going to be on here for Freer. 3-0 with 2 on base and just 1 out.
He's in full control of this count right now, and with only 1 out and 2 runners on, you can rest assured that he's going to try to take a big hack at one of these pitches from the right-hander as a lefty batter, put it out in right field, and bring a run in to score.
Take sign was on, so he takes strike 1, brings it to a 3-1 count. Bombers defense, outfield, center fielder Fishbaugh playing to the pull side of Freer. Corner outfield relatively straight up. On the infield, middles are back, corners are in. Anything up the middle, scoring a run. 3-1, big hack from Freer. Brings it now to a full count here with 1 out.
Sanford, the Oregon Duck, finally settling into this game a little bit. He walks his first 2 batters faced, and he fields a hit. Shallow in the infield. After going behind 3-0, he catches himself up, and he's in full count here. Trying to get out of a pickle for the Bombers.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Freer goes down swinging, and a big second out for William Sanford.
A big second out indeed for him to be able to make that happen for the Bombers. Gets his first strikeout of the day. A different scenario for the Saints on offense now. It's Joey Milto. This is the guy that you want up in this scenario. 2 runners on, 2 runners in scoring position, and 2 outs for Joey Milto, number 2. The reigning player of the week. Had a home run in his last game against the Santa Barbara Foresters.
First pitch, foul tipped, but back into the glove of Griffin Zitko, the catcher for the Bombers. And like you mentioned, Mark, reigning player of the week for the Saints. It's his second time winning that title this summer. Yeah, like you mentioned, really strong game a couple of days ago against the Foresters. 4 for 5, a walk and a home run, 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs. 0-1 pitch, catches the knee line. Strike 2, 0-2 count now.
Yeah, nice pitch there from Sanford, right in the middle of the zone, 91 miles an hour. Just catches Milto staring a little bit. He's done well in these last 2 batters faced despite a rough start for the Oregon Duck. Settling in nicely here, trying to keep the score frame at 0 for the Saints ahead of this count here.
0-2, 2 outs, 2 on. Down low, ball 1. Good pitch there, though, from Sanford. 0-2 pitch going down low in the zone. Good adjustment he's made throughout this inning to prevent any more high fastballs.
That's not the pitch that you want to give to Joey Milto either. A power hitter, a hard hitter, able to attack that ball high in the zone.
Does try to go back to that high outside corner, but misses. Brings it to 2-2 with 2 outs. Number 2 in the box. 2 runners in scoring position. Bombers leading 2-0.
Deuce is wild. There's 2 runners on. Number 2 is up to bat. It's 2-0. How many 2s? You got to be kidding me.
Whole lot of 2s. The pitch. Foul tipped. Zitko couldn't hold on behind the plate. Do it again.
Sanford really comfortable with that mid-level fastball, catching the zone right in the 90 to 92 miles an hour range, and it's helped him in these last 2 batters. He's been able to keep the score column at 0 despite some walks early in this half frame, settling into this game nicely.
2-2 again. This one's fouled out of play. Milto staying alive, looking to try and tie this game up at 2 apiece with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Again, Milto, a team-leading 23 RBIs on the summer. Looking to bump that up to 25 here. But once again, fouled straight back.
Milto, the team leader in RBIs. The Saints, the league leader in RBIs. They're first in the CCL as of today in runs batted in.
Again, Joey Milto, reigning player of the week. More information on Joey Milto on our website. Feature story written by one of our journalism interns and Tyler Bound. 2-2 pitch driven into left center field, giving chase Derflinger. An over-the-head grab, running up and crashing into the wall. A beautiful catch by James Derflinger out in left center field. He went a long way to track that one down, but right on the warning track before he crashes into the wall for the 3rd out of the inning. Saints can't get any of those runs back, and the Bombers look to extend upon their 2-0 lead as we go into the 2nd inning.
All right, hello and welcome everyone live from Jackie Robinson Field here in Pasadena. Evan Davis joined alongside Adam Beck, and it's the home opener for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Looks like it will hit into the gap. Yes, it will, and it'll score a run off the glove of Pollock. That will score 2. It's quickly 4-0 top of the 1st inning for the Oaks. 3-1 offering, low and away for ball 4, and that will bring in the first run of the game. It's outside, ball 4. Fisher stumbling off the mound, and the Saints just finding any way possible to get some runs, and they've now walked in 2. With the Saints as a pass ball gets away. 5-2 lead for the Oaks. 2-1 offering, that one down the 3rd base. Beltowski will fire that one across. And 1 out now, but the runners advance to now be 5-3. first and second as they connect again. Carrillo didn't get a great read on that, and it's over his head. Ground roll double, and this game is tied. The 1-1 offering is connected on. That's in the left field, and that'll do it. The Saints come back down 5-2.
Eight, 9-1 for the Bombers as we go into the second inning. Christian Santiago, the shortstop, starting things off down in the 8-hole. Summer batting at .250. Very straight up stance. As the first pitch from Brady Nelson runs outside.
Bombers able to get through 7 batters, 2 runs on 3 hits, and granted 2 runners on base. Really good offensive start for them, especially in an away game as an affiliate team up here in Pasadena, coming all the way down from San Diego.
1-0 catches the little outside corner. Brady Nelson evens it up. Santiago rocking the curly red-headed mullet. 1-1, great breaker there from Nelson. Bends right back into the zone. Now he goes ahead. I must say, Christian Santiago, the shortstop, maybe one of the most tall standing batting stances I've ever seen in the sport of baseball. As he readies the 1-2, it's inside and he fouls it off into the Bombers dugout.
Yeah, interesting to see some of these different batting approaches, batting stances, athletic stances that these players have. You said, Riley, he takes quite the Shohei Ohtani approach, you might call it. Standing tall, bat high up in the air, to drive power from top to bottom. Really get the leg drive in the motion there for power hitting.
It reminds me a lot of the Angels first baseman, Nolan Shonwell. It's a lot like his batting stance, especially from the left-handed side. 2-2 count. Nelson delivers. Good breaker, but once again, fouled off on the pull side.
Yeah, 74-mile-an-hour breaker. Pitch missed below the zone, but he's able to catch it, make contact on the lower side of his black, maroon, and yellow barrel. Keeps the count at 2-2, staying alive here in a 6-pitch count.
Nelson again, the 2-2. Back to the breaker. Grounded just about a couple inches foul of the first base bag. Definitely tending towards that pull side is Christian Santiago.
And he put that breaker almost in the exact same spot as the previous pitch, right on the low middle end of the zone. Back-to-back foul balls for Santiago as well.
Right back to it. Grounded, this time in fair territory to Medella. It's a race to the bag, and Christian Santiago beats it out. A little bit of miscommunication there between Medella and Nelson of who was going to try and cover the bag. But either way, Christian Santiago on first base.
Yeah, that's just a tough play to gauge right there. Do you want to make the throw? Do you want to try to beat the runner out? You got a guy like Christian Santiago who clearly has speed, a little bit of a smaller stature. He's able to use that to his advantage. So tough play, tough first error of the day for the Saints. But that's exactly what we talk about as far as the struggle that the Saints have been having over these last few games. Already have one error through 1 1/3 innings played.
Squaring to bunt now is the catcher, Griffin Zitko, looking to use the wheels of Christian Santiago to get him up into scoring position. Try and get the third run in for the Bombers. And I think with that one, Santiago, the wheels going down the first base line might go down as a infield single, despite the miscommunication of Medella and Nelson. Might have even beat it out had Nelson made the grab and tagged first base. They'll check back on him with a back pick attempt. It seemed like Medella thought he had enough time to take it himself, but then realized how fast Santiago was coming down the line, then kind of tried to panic toss it to Nelson. But either way, despite what happened, it's Christian Santiago on first base and Griffin Zitko in the box as Nelson tries to pick off Santiago. It was a lot closer than the last attempt, but he still dives back safely. 0-1 count to Zitko. He again squares to bunt, high and inside. And it looked like it was a foul ball. Zitko, I think, is saying it hit his hand.
Obviously hard to see from this angle, showing bunt. His body is blocking most of our visibility as to whether or not the ball made contact with his hand or his barrel. The pitch way inside of the zone. So definitely possible that it hit that bottom skinnier half of his bat, but it looks like it'll go down as a foul. That puts Nelson in the driver's seat of this count, 0-2, with no outs for the Saints.
Fastball, swing and a miss from Zitko. He goes down on strikes. Brady Nelson picks up his first strikeout so far. Gets the first out here in the second inning. Second strikeout for Brady Nelson.
Yeah, 2 strikeouts in 3 batters faced. He struck out Aiden Harrison to end the inning, last inning in the first. And then in his first batter faced Christian Santiago. They allow the base hit, but back on track now is Brady Nelson. He gets the K, and we're back to the top of the order for the Bombers.
First pitch misses just low and outside to the designated hitter, Thomas Williams. Again, just 1 base hit away from getting his average up into the 300s. 298 as it stands right now. He walked his first time up. 1-0, runs inside. Kennett behind the dish makes an athletic stop to prevent Santiago from advancing an extra base. Two 2-0 count to Thomas Williams. This one's flared down the left field line, but tailing foul. Back pick attempt. Close but safe is Christian Santiago.
2 back pick attempts from Brady Nelson so far ever since Santiago's been standing at first. That one closer than the last few. He comes in sliding but stays safe.
One again, fouled out of play on the left side. Once again, a back pick attempt. He dives back safely once more. Christian Santiago, a little bit of a speed threat, and the Saints not looking to allow him to get too far off of the first base bag. 2-2 count now to the leadoff man, Thomas Williams. Breaker above the zone, brings it full. Nelson now up to 44 pitches through just an inning and a third. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the inning. Third in the start for Brady Nelson. Picks up the second out.
Yeah, all 3 swinging strikeouts. Nelson, a good job utilizing that fastball, putting it right in the center of the zone. Up to 17 strikeouts on the up to 15 strikeouts on the season, with the 3 swinging that he has against the Bombers so far today, and he's responsible for every out in this frame so far for the Saints on defense.
Great first pitch now to Dylan Fishbaugh. Pitches the low outside corner for strike 1. Breaking ball upstairs.
Breaking ball missed way high, head height for Dylan Fishbaugh. 72 miles an hour. On the throw from Nelson. Evens the count up.
Rounder over to Jax Ryan at short. He tries to go the easy way, and they got him. Close play at second, but ultimately it's the 3rd out of the inning. Bombers go scoreless in the second. Saints still trail 2 as we go into the home half.
Baby, if I seem a little bit distracted, like I'm in another place and another time. Well, I apologize for the way I'm acting. I just got a lot of loving you on my mind. Ever since there's a morning, I've been wondering how you do that thing you did last night. Well, let me
J.J. Kennett is going to lead things off here in the bottom of the second as the Saints still trail 2. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Saints. Kennett will be followed up by his catching counterpart who's playing left field tonight, Johnny Garber, and then it'll be the first baseman, Levi Medella. First pitch in there for a called strike 1, down at the knees, out of the hand of William Sanford, who's back out for his 2nd inning of work.
Kennett behind the dish tonight, 5'10", 180 pounds, batting at .258 on the summer, looking for his 9th hit.
Breaker spiked almost in the grass from Sanford. His first inning out, he didn't give up any hits nor runs, but allowed 2 walks. Left 2 on base. We went back-to-back walks to start the inning off, then got 3 outs in order.
Got 5 hits in his last 10 games.
This one's driven out down in fair territory of the right field line. He's heading for second, and he coasts in with a leadoff double.
First extra base hit of the year for J.J. Kennedy. Crushed that double all the way out to the 345 logo in deep right field. Super great looks for the Saints to get a leadoff extra base hit. A runner in scoring position with no outs for the catching counterpart, Johnny Garber.
Yeah, 2 catchers in the lineup. Johnny Garber, at least, mainly listed as a catcher, and throughout the summer has been used mostly as a catcher. We saw him in the outfield once. He checked in defensively in left field, but tonight he gets the start out there. Kind of interesting, at least on our side of things, seeing Kennett and Garber in the lineup at the same time. Normally it's one or the other. They kind of Well, there's three of them really that kind of trade time. It's Kennett, Garber, Matthew Maynard as well, the three catchers for the Saints. Now we're seeing two of them at once. Garber now ahead 1-0. This one's grounded foul of third base. It up at 1-1.
Yeah, Garber had that RBI single to tie the game in the top of the ninth against the Santa Barbara Foresters. He also had the throwing error that gave the Foresters the lead late in that game as well. Tried to pick off a runner at third. Throw was over the head of the third baseman. It brought the run in to score. Able to redeem himself with that RBI, and he's looking for his 11th hit of the season, 9th RBI of the season, here in a 2-1 count.
And looking to knock in his catching counterpart as J.J. Kennett awaits on second base after he roped a leadoff double down the right field line. 2-1, drive into deep center field. Fishbaugh going back, and he makes the grab right in front of the warning track, but tagging up is going to be J.J. Kennett. Great piece of hitting from Johnny Garber, and a productive out moves a runner up to third base with one out.
And you got to give Fishbaugh and DeFlinger some credit out in left and center field, respectively. They've been busy out there. Some deep hits from Joey Milto in the first, all the way back the running behind it, stretching the arm out catch, and then, of course, Johnny Garber, who just piped a ball all the way out to deep center field. Those guys doing their job in the routine catches going out in center field.
Medela swings at the first one. Got 10 RBIs on the season, looking to make it 11. Bats just above that 300 line at 307. Good guy to have in the 8th spot. Nice bat to have down there. Able to knock in a couple guys in that middle of the order.
Della played his last season at Shorter University. He's in the portal right now, looking for a new home for his collegiate baseball career. 2024 season, 345 on base percentage, 20 strikeouts, 15 walks, a 463 slugging to his 27 RBIs, and 32 hits and 123 at-bats for Shorter University.
0-2. Sanford delivers. Line drive over the head of Santiago at shortstop. Cruising home is Kennett. He will score, and an RBI single for Levi Medela gets the Saints one run closer.
First earned run of the day for Sanford. The Saints find their offense here in the second. Not as commonly a come-from-behind team. They usually either take the lead and run with it or lose the lead and aren't able to catch up to it. Here they are, only trailing by one.
Levi Medela bouncing over at first base. Made Sanford take a step off. Check over on him. Keon Moseni in the box now. First pitch. Just misses outside. J.J. Kennett started this inning off with a roped double down the right field line. Johnny Garber fly ball into center field deep enough for Kennett to tag up to third, and then Levi Medela just then an RBI single over the head of the shortstop, Christian Santiago. Now a bluff from Levi Medela at first, but a called strike on the pitch. Now a 1-1 count.
Della staying put at Central Arkansas University, previously at Antelope Valley Community College. Last season with the Bears at Central Arkansas, he had 3 hits on 9 at-bats.
Called strike down at the knees. Moseni falls behind 1-2. Bit of chirping coming out of the Saints dugout. Home plate umpire not going to stand for it. Issues an official warning over into the Saints dugout.
Here comes Milam up to the home plate umpire. Might have some words for him. I understand both sides of the argument here. From the umpire's point of view, you want to keep it a clean game. You want to keep it respectable. But at the same time, from the Saints' point of view, it's summer ball, hanging out with your boys in the dugout, throwing a little chirping here and there. My only concern is usually the way these types of things go is when you're told not to do something, it might just egg you on to do more of it. So we'll see if the chirps continue from the Saints dugout. Knowing a lot of these players personally.
Runner goes, ball in the dirt, gets all the way to the backstop. Medella's going to wheel for third, but he'll put the stop sign on about halfway there. And he'll retreat back. As he was heading back, he kind of threw his hands in the air in the I don't know shrug type of position. So maybe a little confusion. Maybe he didn't see it. Either way, he's up to second base and into scoring position as Keon Moseni, the second leadoff man down in the 9-hole, is in a 2-2 count with 1 out. Check swing. Did not go around. Ball was high and outside. Brings it full.
Moseni had 2 strikeouts and 4 walks in his 9 at-bats for the Central Arkansas Bears this season. Got 12 strikeouts, 9 walks this season with the Saints.
Payoff pitch is fouled back into the fence. The other thing I've seen with dugout chirping is home plate umpire, or in fact any umpire, not looking at the dugout. They're watching the action. So if more chirps continue from the Saints dugout, it's going to be hard to pinpoint exactly who it was that said it. The umpires may just take a guess and throw anyone out. Medella was on the move, but Moseni stays alive and fouls back the full count offering.
Medella represents the equalizer here in the second. 2-1 in favor of the Bombers. Saints still with an out or 2 outs to work with. Trying to bring a runner in to tie up this game. Moseni, barring that he's able to get on base, represents the go-ahead run.
Called. Strike 3 at the knees. Moseni goes down staring, but kicks it up to the top of the Saints order.
89-mile-an-hour fastball right on the center of the zone, on the bottom line of the zone, that is. And you can tell Moseni did not agree with that call. He'd already tossed his bat, was ready to head to first, but the home plate umpire, who's been the star of the show the last few minutes here, had other plans for Keon Moseni's first at-bat.
Big swing and a miss out of Lane Hayworth. I must say, that was a pretty extravagant punch out there from the home plate umpire. A 1 down in the dirt, gets behind the catcher Zitko, and moving up 90 feet is Levi Medella. Good read on the ball in dirt to advance 90 feet.
Great read. Medella had the RBI single as the third batter. He stands 90 feet away from coming in to score a run. Initially scored a run on the RBI, wants to score another as Hayworth looks for an RBI. Hasn't recorded an official AB yet. He was walked in his first plate appearance and then stranded at third base to end the first inning.
Now in a 1-2 count is Hayworth. Medella on third after he moved up. Ball that got past the catcher. Not that it matters. Still need a base hit to score. 1-2. Found straight back. I guess you could make the argument that ball on the infield that happens to go down as an error. You know, infield bobbles it, whatever. Medella being on third would end up scoring instead of him being on second. He'd likely just only advance up to third. But either way, Lane Hayworth looking for a base hit here in the 1-2 count. Called. Strike 3 on the outer edge. Got him. Back-to-back strikeouts picked up by William Sanford. But the Saints strike for one here in the bottom of the second. Bombers still ahead 2-1 as we go to the third.
What's up? I'm Christian Robb. I'm a pitcher.
Cade Schumard, I'm a left-handed pitcher.
And this is Rippin' Dex with the Saints.
My first card, I got Luke Weaver.
David Fry.
I got Jackson Job as my next card, young guy.
We got Landon Knack.
Got Austin Hedges, another good player.
Kiter Montero.
Oh, this one's a freaky card. I got Nick Castellanos.
Oh.
It's Friday the 13th right now, so it's kind of a bad look to pull the Nick Castellanos card on Friday the 13th.
We got Nolan Jones.
JP Sears. Let's read about this guy. He's from South Carolina. That's pretty cool.
Julian Aguilar. I'm not too familiar with these guys.
No, I've heard of him for sure.
He's a pitcher though. He looks nasty.
I got Jesus Luzardo. This guy is nasty.
I got Tyler Fitzgerald.
Oh, here we go. Jordan Romano. Oh, he's from Canada.
Oh,
that's pretty sick.
Wowza. Mason Montgomery, left-handed pitcher.
Alex Verdugo. He's nasty.
You got a decent one here.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Matt Strom there.
Let's go.
That's huge.
I got Caden Dana. Yeah.
Bro, I just took a look at that next card.
I know. This is a sick one. I can't wait to.
I got Kyle Tucker though. I like that one. That's pretty good.
All right, I got this this 35-year anniversary Spencer Strider card. So that's pretty sick. Spencer Strider is probably one of my favorite pitchers, and a lot of people tell me my legs look exactly like his. A lot of people. Don't ask me who.
Anyways, I got Ellie De La Cruz. That's a huge pull.
New arm on the mound for the Saints as we enter the third. It's Tyler Herges out of Azusa Pacific University. 2-0 record on the summer so far in 5 appearances, 2 of which being starts. 5.25 ERA, 12 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts to 3 walks, and 12 hits given up so far this summer. As the 1-0 runs high, now 2-0. On a batting average at 245. Herges with a 1.25 whip. He falls behind quickly now. It's 3-0. Michael Roca in the box for the Bombers.
Will go down as Nelson's quickest outing of the season with only 2 innings pitched.
In there for a called strike 1, catches the high outside corner.
Nelson had 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned, a walk, and 3 strikeouts.
All 4 issued to Michael Roca. Brings up now the first baseman, Alan Chu.
Crazy story about this new arm, Tyler Herges. He's missing his entire infraspinatus. It's a muscle in his shoulder. He was told initially by doctors he may never be able to pitch again. And in correlation with an axillary nerve dysfunction along with this missing infraspinatus, he doesn't have feeling in his shoulder. So he doesn't feel when he's throwing the ball. He can't really feel when he's throwing a pitch. But despite that, he's still able to pitch at the collegiate baseball level pretty accurately, might I add, at Azusa Pacific University. Kind of a crazy injury story for Tyler Herges, coming off of a pretty minor injury with the same shoulder. He's been out for 2 weeks. He's able to get the second appearance for the Saints tonight. Great to see him back on the rubber for Arroyo Seco.
Big swing and a miss from Alan Chu. And pretty crazy stuff from Tyler Herges. But Mark, props to you on being able to pronounce those words. I mean, I wouldn't even attempt those just looking over at your screen.
Yeah, practiced it a few times before the broadcast started. I got the inside scoop that he'd be coming in at some point in the game, so made sure to have my stats correct. Yeah, it's a fun word to say, infraspinatus. I think you jinxed me a little bit there. I definitely think I missed the pronunciation.
Shattered bat on the soft fly ball. Jax Ryan able to track it down by taking a couple steps back. Man, that bat exploded. Caught way off the end of Alan Chu. Handle stays in his hand. Barrel ends up at the front of the pitcher's mound.
If anybody wants to have a bonfire tonight, we got some firewood for it now here at Jackie Robinson Field, courtesy of Alan Chu absolutely shattering his barrel on the unassisted fly out to Jax Ryan for the first out of the inning.
Called strike one against Jeremy Jones, the right fielder. 1 for 1 on the day. It's okay if a bat breaks on a, relatively average bat, I guess you could say, but for the guy in the on-deck circle, James Derflinger, Mark, you said maybe one of your favorite bats you've ever seen. That bright pink barrel, baby blue handle. Don't want that thing breaking.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Padres City Connect uniforms, which I'm not sure if this is a hot take or not, but those might be my favorite City Connect uniforms in the league. I love the vibrant neon colors. Such a cool uniform. And I think a lot of the players, they have bats and they have catcher's gear and all that good stuff, body gear to go along with it. And I just think that all those color combinations are 100% a hit for the San Diego Padres.
1-2 pitch. Misses just down below the knees. You never know. Maybe he drew inspiration from those City Connect uniforms. Derflinger's out of Villa Park, California, which geographically, closest team would be the Angels. I think maybe the second closest would be the Dodgers, but not too far away from the Padres. Never know. Guys could be fans of whatever team they please. Full count, 1 out, 1 runner on for Jeremy Jones, the right fielder. Burgess comes set at the belt. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Tyler Herges picks up his first strikeout in this relief outing. Gets the second out of the inning.
He's got a walk and a strikeout. No hits allowed yet for Herges. Pretty typical start for the Azusa Pacific University pitcher after coming off of the 2-week injury hiatus. Nice to see him settling in here. He faces James Derflinger.
Flashy bat. Fouls the ground ball off on the left side. Burgess goes ahead.
Saints rocking their all-white uniforms with the line going down each side of the pant, as well as the navy blue logo striped across the chest. The Bombers in their all navy blue.
Runner goes early. Throw to Moseni at second. And he raced off the base pads is Michael Roca. That's the third out of the inning, picked up in easy fashion for the Saints as we head to the bottom of the third. Saints still trailing 1.
My name is Trotter Enright. I play baseball at Long Beach State. I'm a freshman shortstop, and I'm from Newbury Park, California.
What about baseball draws you in that way?
Yeah, just the failure, honestly, like the constant drive and want to be like perfect. You always want those four days. You always want those days where you don't make an error. Like you always, want to get better. Like you're always not good enough.
47. Get through this one.
It has been my life, sacrificing days off and days on, like putting my blood, sweat, and tears into this, because at the end of the day, I want this to be my career, so I take it pretty seriously and, do everything I can to win and put myself in the best situation possible for real.
Bottom of the third. A good spot for the Saints to be leading off the order. It's Trotter Enright, Jax Ryan, and Jacob Freer, the 2-3-4 batters, right in the heart of the order as they still square off against William Sanford, the starting pitcher for the Bombers here tonight. Comes out for his third inning of work. He's only given up 2 hits and 1 run through his first 2 innings as the Bombers still maintain their 2-1 lead. First pitch, runs outside. No one inside. Ball 2 right now ahead.
Recorded an official at-bat yet, was walked in his first plate appearance on a hit streak as well, as we talked about earlier on the broadcast. Looks for his first base knock of the day.
High and outside, on pace. Draw a second walk of the day. Yeah, starting things off in the bottom of the first is Lane Hayworth and Trotter Enright, who were walked back-to-back, but then they would be stranded out on third and second. Take sign fully on for Trotter Enright. Didn't even have the bat above his shoulders as that one entered the zone for strike 1.
7-mile-an-hour fastball from William Sanford right on the outside zone.
Big swing and a miss. Brings it full. Now good to see Sanford. You know, it's a tactic that some pitchers love to use, and it is actually really efficient. They lower down the velocity. We saw Sanford up in the low 90s in the start. He was a little wild, gave up 2 walks, but now he's toned it down a little bit, sacrificed a little velo for more control. As this one catches the low inside corner, Trotter Enright goes down staring.
Tough break there for Trotter Enright. The pitch just a little bit low, out of his preferred zone for where he likes to attack pitches. Try to make contact as a lefty batter. You could see in his demeanor as well, he was very confident that that was a walk. He'd be heading to first. But once again, another enthusiastic punch call from the home plate umpire. And another Saints batter frustrated with the final verdict.
This is going to call the Bombers coaching staff out, and it looks like that's going to be the end of William Sanford's day. We'll take a quick break from here in Pasadena. We'll have more information on the new reliever right after this.
I know it ain't all that labor you should probably leave. I recognize that look in your eyes, yeah, you should probably leave.
New arm now on the mound for the Bombers as the starter, William Sanford, clocks his day at 2 1/3 innings pitched. He gave up 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Pretty impressive stuff out of the starter. Must be on a strict pitch count, though. Kind of interesting to see him exit mid-inning. But now the new reliever, Charlie Adamson, out of the University of Hawaii, comes in. Only 1 other appearance so far this summer with the Bombers. He threw 1 inning against the Riptide back on July 1st. Gave up no hits, no runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, and coming out of the University of Hawaii Rainbow Wahine in the Big West Conference. A strong senior season for him in 2025. Pitched in 17 games, all in relief fashion. Posted a .393 earned run average over 18 1/3 innings. Had 15 strikeouts just to his 5 walks. He only appeared in 3 games in his junior season. And originally from Malibu, California, he started his baseball career at Santa Barbara City College. So starting up just up the 101 in Santa Barbara and then heading all the way to the island in Hawaii. Had a good senior season. Got under 4 ERA, right in the 390 sweet spot. Comes in to relieve today.
First pitch, big swing and a miss by Jax Ryan. So William Sanford, again, kind of interesting to see pitchers leave mid-inning, especially when there's 1 out and nobody on, but must have been on a pitch count. He ends his day at 58 pitches, so perhaps the Bombers coaching staff didn't want him going over 60, so wanted to yank him at that 58 number as a new batter was stepping up in the form of Jax Ryan, who's now in a 1-1 count, as that one catches the low outside corner. Out for strike 2. 1-2, 1 out, nobody on. And the home plate umpire just called time and said, somebody's gone, who wants it? Motion the ejection sign or motion towards the dugout.
You can see Aaron Milam is giving the vibe of, come on, man, what are you doing? I understand where he's coming from. Like I said earlier, I understand both sides of this predicament, of this scenario. But what it comes down to now is the umpire gets the final say. Let the choose one player get tossed.
And again, that's what we alluded to earlier when the dugout as a whole is kind of chirping out towards the umpires. The umpires don't know who's actually making those chirps. So he just threw somebody out kind of blindly there. Said who wants it? And it looks like Aaron Milam made the decision on who they're going to throw out of the game. Likely somebody who's not going to play soon. Backhanded by Santiago. My goodness. What an incredible play by Christian Santiago on the 5-6 hole ground ball from Jax Ryan, and a beautiful play for the second out.
I mean, your reaction says it all, Riley. My goodness is right. That was a highlight reel play. He scoops up the ground ball off his back foot, full 180-degree turn, turns around, the throw off the ground right into the glove of Chu at first base, and that was one of the most perfect putouts I've seen this season.
I mean, that was spectacular by Christian Santiago out at shortstop. I'm still a little speechless from that. That was incredible. But Jacob Freer, designated hitter for the Saints, batting cleanup with nobody on and 2 outs, falls quickly behind 0-2. Swing and a miss. Freer goes down swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. So the starter, William Sanford, gets the first one. And coming in, Adamson records the next 2 to go 3 up, 3 down for the Saints here in the 3rd as we head to the 4th from here in Pasadena.
Baby, if I seem a little bit distracted, like I'm in another place and another time. Well, I apologize for the way I'm acting. I just got a lot of loving you on my mind. Ever since there's a morning, I've been wondering how you do that thing you did last night. Well, well.
Top of the fourth from here at Jackie Robinson Memorial Field, and a new arm in for the Saints. Nolan McCracken, he comes in as the second arm out of the pen, the third total. Tyler Herges came in an inning ago and recorded a clean 1-inning pitch, gave up just 1 walk, but that runner was then erased off the base paths. It was Michael Roca who was walked, and then he tried to leave early on a steal, but Herges was all over it. Threw him out at second for the third out of the inning. It was in the middle of this guy's at-bat. This is James Derflinger, who's now up with a fresh count against a fresh pitcher in Nolan McCracken. Jack swung at the first offering. Did it go around, so it's an 0-1 count. Swing and a miss. That's really the golden pitch there of McCracken. He's got that beautiful cutter that really deceives batters, especially right-handed batters. They think they're all over it, and then it kind of dives out of the way of their barrel. And it's helped McCracken have 10 innings pitched and 15 strikeouts on the summer with a .9 ERA. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. 3 pitches, 1 strikeout for Nolan McCracken.
Great quick work of the leadoff man, James Derflinger. Now 1 for 2 on the day, strikes out swinging, and what a start for Nolan McCracken. Like you said, 3 pitches, 3 strikeouts. Catches him on those low fastballs that are missing just a little bit out of the zone, but it's getting the bat moving to James Derflinger, and 1 strikeout, 1 out early in this inning for the Saints.
There it is again. Right back to work is McCracken. He's gotten 4 pitches, 4 strikes now. Now up to 16 strikeouts on the summer to just 5 walks. Got that .9 ERA through 8 appearances. Oh, 1 pitch. Great breaker there. Gets in the zone. 0-2. Nolan McCracken coming in and dealing so far. This time against the second baseman in Aiden Harrison. Harrison struck out his first time up. Takes a ball low and outside. There goes the immaculate inning watch.
I was on the edge of my seat there. I was getting ready for it. I was excited. I was about to talk about, how that's what people like to call the flow state, where you were just locked in, 1 pitch after the next. Happens to golfers a lot, happens to pitchers a lot. Anything where you're having to perform at a high rate very, very consistently. McCracken in those first few pitches guaranteed he was in a flow state, and there's another strike.
Yeah, and a strikeout at that. Back-to-back strikeouts for Nolan McCracken. Man, If it weren't for that one low and outside ball, it was a good pitch, 0-2 for sure, but Aiden Harrison didn't bite, didn't swing and miss at that one, but he swung and missed at the next one. So the immaculate inning, unfortunately, isn't in play, although I was really looking forward to having the potential of that one.
Not sure what the reasoning behind pulling Herges after one inning was, but whatever the decision for Matt Stone, it sure is a good one because McCracken is firing right now. He is feeling it on the mound, finding the zone. He's got 2 strikeouts in 2 batters' face, and he's ahead of this count here, 0-1.
Yeah, Nelson, besides that first inning, you look at just his second inning, and he had a really strong, second frame here for the Saints. Herges comes in, he has a good third, and then now here in the fourth, McCracken, really good start so far as he squares off against Christian Santiago, the shortstop for the Bombers, 1 for 1 on the day so far, a 280 average on the season. As McCracken delivers, mound straight back, now 1-2.
Yeah, the question around Herges, it could revolve around that injury. He's been out for the last 2 weeks with some shoulder problems. He could have gone in, thrown that half inning, talked to his pitching coach, said, Coach, I'm not feeling it, shoulder's hurting. Or, other way around. Maybe they just want to ease him back into it. Only let him pitch 1 half inning, see how the shoulder's feeling. He was thrown in the bullpen pregame today, getting the arm warmed up. Might just be a gradually baby steps type of thing, because with someone who has a lot of injury history, some unique injury history that we talked about earlier, could be good to just let him take 1 step at a time as far as his return here before going back to Azusa Pacific University in the fall.
Breaking ball is flied into left field. Garber giving chase, and he tracks it down. 3 up, 3 down go the Bombers. Nolan McCracken, a great inning of work. Brings us now to the home half of the fourth. Riley Horn and Mark Robinson here with you on the Saints Streaming Network. Bottom 4. Saints trailing 1 still as we enter the bottom of the 4th inning. And up steps the reigning Saints Player of the Week. It's Joey Milto. Now, so far tonight is 0 for 1. But again, the Player of the Week, and had a really impressive week last week with 8 hits, 5 RBIs, home run, 1 triple. 6 runs scored, 3 walks drawn, 2 hit by pitches as well, 2 bags swiped throughout the span of this beginning of the July month. We enter the middle of summer.
Yeah, and this is a guy right here you've seen slotted into the lineup for almost every game this season. He went 4 for 5 against Santa Barbara, one of those being a 2-run homer. He's in the portal right now, previously at Bellarmine University. Safe to say that I'm sure a lot of scouts are heavily eyeing the bat of Joey Milto, someone who's also able to play really well out in the outfield. He has had a stellar summer with the Saints.
Yeah, especially when you're having a summer like a 357 average, 477 on-base percentage, 21 runs scored and 23 RBIs and 25 hits. Pretty impressive stuff. He's combined for 8 extra base hits as well. 3 doubles, 2 triples, 3 home runs. Those triple and home run numbers are both team leading on the Saints as well. Putting together a pretty significant summer for a guy on the Portal State team of the Arroyo Seco Saints.
Yeah, Bellarmine University, the Knights in Louisville, Kentucky, and Milto, originally from Greenwood, Indiana, looking for a new home now. Had a pretty good season. Batting at 264, just over the Mendoza line, 459 slugging, 159 at-bats, got 42 hits, 10 of those doubles, 3 of those triples, 5 home runs, and 25 RBIs with the Knights this last season. And now, as you said, Riley, Portal State in the transfer portal here with the Saints this summer.
Taps the 2-2 foul into the fence. Still Charlie Adamson on the mound for the Bombers. He came in less than an inning ago, I guess. William Sanford came out to start the bottom of the 3rd inning. He went 1 out, and then with 1 out in the inning, they went to Adamson. This ball grounded over towards the second baseman. Harrison goes to first and just in time. Milto, though, legging down the line, tried hustling out an infield single. By the way, it's the first out.
Already having a quieter night than he did the other day against Santa Barbara. 0 for 2 on the day. Comparison to when he had a single, a 2-run home run with an RBI attached to it, another single in the 9th, then was walked.
Diving stop by Roca. Fires over to first, and unable to handle it was Alan Chu, the first baseman. That one likely to go down as an infield single for J.J. Kennett, who his last time up, he doubled down the right field line, came around to score the lone run for the Saints up to this point, and it will go down as a single. So J.J. Kennett now on a 2 for 2 day, and he's bumped his average above that 300 line, 303 as it stands right now.
Yeah, and he's on a 3-game hitting streak now with the 2 for 2 day, the double and the single. In his last game, he played against the Foresters July 5th. They lost 5-7 at home here, Jackie Robinson Field.
High and inside to Johnny Garber. This one upstairs, ball 2. Garber goes ahead now.
The two catchers next to each other in the lineup this time for Johnny Garber. He got the start behind the dish against the Foresters. Tonight he gets some outfield reps. Couldn't find any outfield stats. Couldn't actually find any stats on his collegiate season with Arizona State. Not sure if he had a similar role with the Sun Devils where he would play primarily catcher but get slotted into the outfield role. Gets it tonight, and he's had a little action out there. Made a grab out in left field. Grab an easy out for the Saints earlier in this game.
2-1. 2-0 swinging was Garber, but he fouls it on a line, out of play. This one downstairs gets behind Zitko, behind the dish. A good read by Kennett. Recognizes that one and advances up into scoring position.
That catcher-to-catcher cohesion there. Knew the pitch was going under the legs, knew exactly what to do. Darts over to second base. Runner in scoring position with one out now for Arroyo Seco.
3-1, downstairs, ball 4. Johnny Garber awarded first base. Griffin Zitko, catcher for the Bombers, going to have a quick conversation with his pitcher in Charlie Adamson as they try and regather, get on the same page, and hopefully for them get out of this inning clean as they just have a 1-run lead. But now with 2 runners on, representing the tying run is J.J. Kennett, and Johnny Garber on first base represents the go-ahead for Levi Medella, who steps up.
Yeah, haven't seen a run score since the bottom of the second inning. The Bombers struck first. They scored 2 in the top half of the first inning. And then a blank bottom of the first for the Saints, a blank top of the second for the Bombers, and then the Saints find some offense in the second inning. Since then, it's been zeros across the board. Still a 2-1 ball game here.
Down in the dirt. Good stop this time by Zitko. Getting a little deja vu now. It's Kennett in scoring position, who scored the lone run for the Saints in this game, and Levi Medella in the box, who knocked in Kennett. Medella has the only RBI after he had an RBI single into shallow left field earlier in the bottom of the second. Now looks to have similar results. Swing and a miss. 1-1 with 1 out. The Crazy Aces, as we've termed Mark.
Medella has been the primary first baseman all season for the Saints. Slotted on the lineup as an outfielder, though. Some outfield action at Shorter University as well.
This is inside. Zitko looked to make an attempt on a back pick over towards Garber at first, but he holds on to it, brings it to a 2-1 count.
Medella only had 3 errors this season. Shorter University, 9.88 fielding percentage for the first baseman.
Grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. Kennett's going to round third. He's going to score easily. Moving up to second base is Garber Medella. Another RBI single. Scores J.J. Kennett and ties this game up at 2 apiece.
A great piece of hitting there, right up the middle for Levi Medella. Gets the RBI. Second RBI of the day for the Saints. Both runs in the form of runs batted in from both Levi Medella. He's got both RBIs on the night, both in single. He's also 2 for 2 on the day now, standing safely at first. Good consistent day for the first baseman in the portal.
That brings up Keon Moseni, and how about this? J.J. Kennett, 2 for 2 on the day with 2 runs scored. Levi Medella, 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. A little bit of deja vu. We flash back to the bottom of the second inning where a very similar thing unfolded between those 2 hitters.
Yeah, and there's that bottom half of the lineup going to work. In these last few games, it's kind of been the same trend where the top 1, 2, 3, 4 batters are a little quieter these days. And then those batters in the 5, 6, 7 area, the heart of the lineup, as we like to say, doing the majority of the offensive work.
Ground ball gets past Chu at first base. Coming around to score now is Garber. Coasting into third is Medella, and coasting into second is Keon Moseni. That one really hard hit down the first base line, and it skipped off the glove of Alan Chu, the first baseman, and it will go down officially as an error. So a reach on error brings in a run. Saints go ahead 3-2.
Yeah, and great work there by Keon Moseni. Capitalizes on the error. A well-hit ball right up the foul line, regardless of how it goes down in the scorebook. He's able to get extra bases. Saints with full control now, and we've talked about how they're not necessarily a come-from-behind team, but they're doing a great job in this scenario. Started off trailing 2-0, but they have found their groove here as we're about halfway through this ball game on this lovely Tuesday evening.
Levi Medella awaits on third. Keon Moseni on second. 2 in scoring position, 1 out for the top of the order. Lane Hayworth, he cranks this one into right center field. Fishbow tracks it down, but tagging up is Medella. He will score easily, and Lane Hayworth is going to add to the cushion. Saints now go ahead by 2.
That's exactly what you need to do with that pitch there from Adamson. Hayworth puts it deep in the outfield. Reliable outfield today for the San Diego Bombers. Derflinger in left, Fishbaugh in center, Jones in right. Been able to make some pretty difficult grabs. I haven't necessarily seen a easy routine, just standing under it, putting up the glove in the hand and grabbing it. Most of them have been running back like all the way to the track. Saints are feeling the hitting today. A lot of really good contact.
And barrels are coming out hot so far, as it's now Trotter and Wright, 2-hole hitter and third baseman night for the Saints. He's ahead in a 1-0 count with 2 outs. And Keon Moseni on second base. Line drive, diving stop by Harrison at second base on a 1-hop over to Chu at first for the 4-3 putout. And a quick flash of the leather. A little bit of a Wem gem there by Aiden. Harrison gets the third out of the inning, but the Saints strike for 3 and take a 4-2 lead as we enter the 5th.
All right, hello and welcome everyone live from Jackie Robinson Field here in Pasadena. Evan Davis joined alongside Adam Beck, and it's the home opener for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Looks like it will hit into the gap. Yes, it will, and it'll score a run off the glove of Pollock. That will score 2. It's quickly 4-0 top of the first inning for the Oaks. 3-1 offering, low and away for ball 4, and that will bring in the first run of the game. It's outside, ball 4. Fisher stumbling off the mound, and the Saints just finding any way possible to get some runs, and they've now walked in 2 with the Saints as a pass ball gets away. 5-2 lead for the Oaks. 2-1 offering, that one down the third base. Beltowski will fire that one across. And 1 out now, but the runners advance to now be 5-3. First and second as they connect again. Rio did get a great read on that, and it's over his head. Ground roll double, and this game is tied. The 1-1 offering is connected on. That's in the left field, and that'll do it. The Saints come back down 5-2, and Peter Wirth walks it off.
How about a 4 spot by the Oaks to start things off in the first inning? And how about a
Top of the 5th. Saints went ahead 4-2 after scoring 3 last inning. So now they are having a defensive frame for the lead, or with the lead for the first time here in this game against the San Diego Bombers. As the first pitch from Nolan McCracken is in there for a called strike. Again, this is kind of a rematch between the Bombers and the Saints. They faced off once so far this summer, back on June 11th. It was the Saints against the Bombers. The Saints took it down 4-7 final score.
Saints 11-11, 500 on the season, on a 5-game losing streak, 3-7 in their last 10. The Bombers, an affiliate team in the CCL, 3-9, only been able to tally 3 wins in 12 games. They're 2-8 in their last 10.
Fouled back, brings it to a 1-2 count.
Reminder that affiliate teams in the CCL are not eligible to qualify for the 6-team, 3-team per division playoff format that comes end of July unless they elect to buy in
Foul tipped back into the glove of J.J. Kennett. He hangs on for the strikeout. Nolan McCracken continues to deal here against the Bombers. And if we flash back all the way back to June 11th, it was actually Nolan McCracken who came in for the final frame, pitched the 9th against the Bombers, and picked up his one and only save of the season. Now making good work of the Bombers here. First pitch now to the leadoff man, Thomas Williams, down in the dirt for ball 1. McCracken, as the line stands right now, 1 1/3 innings pitched, giving up no hits, no runs, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. 3 of his 4 outs have come by the K. Swing and a miss there by Williams. Evens up at the Crazy Aces. Called strike 2. One-two pitch, swing and a miss. Make that 4 strikeouts now in this appearance for McCracken.
And he's just rolling right now. You go all the way back to when he threw 5 straight strikes, 3 straight strikes for a strikeout in his first batter faced. He would strike out 2 batters and lead the Saints to a 3-up, 3-down defensive frame. Then he gets back-to-back with the 9-1 hitters here. Just a really strong relief showing for Nolan McCracken. He is absolutely rolling right now.
Yeah, 16 strikes and 4 balls thrown through his 20 pitches so far in his 1 2/3 inning in relief. He's ahead 1-0. Dylan Fishbow. One's low and outside, ball 1. Yeah, 5 outs recorded, 5 batters faced, that is 4 strikeouts for Nolan McCracken. Wouldn't surprise me if we see him extend beyond in this game. Come out for maybe another inning or 2. This one weakly grounded over in fair territory to first. Medella takes it himself. And another 3-up, 3-down inning. Go the Bombers. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Riley Horn and Mark Robinson here with you. Mark Robinson will be taking over the play-by-play call for the remainder of this game.
Bottom of the 5th inning for the Saints here at Jackie Robinson Field. They're up 4-2 over the San Diego Bombers. A game where they initially trailed 2-0 early after the first inning. They've clawed their way back and taken the lead, and it brings up Jax Ryan to lead things off here in the home half of the 5th. I'm Mark Robinson, welcoming you back alongside Riley Horn here in this CCL matchup. As the first offering from the 3rd, new arm of the day, Max Miller, misses in the ground to Jax Ryan for a called ball 1. Adamson, the second pitcher out of Hawaii for the Bombers, ends his day at 1 2/3 innings pitched, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 2 hits, a strikeout, and a walk, respectively. And Max Miller, who's currently in the transfer portal, originally from Escondido, California, sends the 1-0 pitch. Jax Ryan, hard hit foul ball down the third base line for a long strike 1.
Yeah, not sure exactly what's going on with the stats of Max Miller. They might not be updated. Says he has an 0-1 record in 1 appearance, that 1 appearance being a start, but no innings pitched in a June 8th game against the Oaks. Nothing on the stat lines. There's no hits, no walks, no runs, no nothing. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. But
1-1 offering, breaking ball, 76 miles an hour. Two-one pitch. Ryan, shallow fly ball out to left field. Getting under it is Durflinger, and he makes the grab for the first out of the frame. Jax Ryan 0 for 3 now on the day. 1 out for the Bombers here in the 5th, and it brings up Jacob Freer. You know, Riley, we talk about how the bottom half of the lineup has been the successor for the Saints over the last few days. The 1 through 5 batters are yet to tally a hit for the Saints this evening. It is the 6 through 9 guys who are doing all the offensive work and putting the Saints in this 2-run lead. As we start to creep into that area of the lineup, it is Jacob Freer, the number 4 cleanup hitter, designated hitter tonight, wearing number 4 in his 3rd at-bat of the day. He's got back-to-back swinging strikeouts. He looks for his first knock of the day with 1 gone here for the Bombers. The 0-1 on the ground, a sinker. Evening up the count. Crazy aces for Jacob Freer. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out here at Jackie Robinson Field. Max Miller, previously at Utah Tech University, right-hander, originally from Carlsbad, California. He delivers the 1-1. It's fouled by Jacob Freer. One ball, 2 strikes to Jacob Freer, looking for his first hit of the day. Horizontal barrel, he swings at the 1-2. It's grounded to first. Achu runs over, taps the bag. But it looks like he's safe. Not able to beat out the runner. Jacob Freer gets there in time. A runner on first brings up the power hitter, Joey Milto, who is 0 for 2 on the day, looks for his first hit. He comes off of a 4 for 5 day against the Santa Barbara Foresters. Handful of base hits and a home run for Joey Milto, the left-hander. Black bat, red grip, steps in, waves his barrel, kicks into the left-handed batter's box and gets set with 1 gone here. First offering in the dirt on the ground, missing for ball 1.
And Jacob Freer now recording a hit on that infield single, gives the first hit to those top 5. And like you mentioned, Mark, that's just kind of the ebbs and flows of baseball. That's one of the things that makes it so lovable and so unique, is that one guy, can't do all the magic in the sport of baseball. Obviously, your stereotypically, your quote-unquote better hitters up at the top of the lineup are going to be the guys that you want to get hits, but sometimes it's that bottom of the lineup that does the work. That's kind of what's happening here for the Saints. Baseball isn't a sport where, one guy can do the trick Now, obviously, a sport like football, you get a star quarterback that can really help your team. In basketball, you get a shooting guard, that scores all your points. But baseball, you can't really do that necessarily.
2-0 pitch. The runner goes. The throw's off-centered. Sliding into second safely is Jacob Freer. A runner in scoring position for the Saints now with 1 out. Joey Milto in a 2-1 count. Swung on the 2-0. More focus on the runner, stealing from first to second. 2-1 count for Max Miller. College pitcher who's been all over the place. Started off at Baylor University and then moved to community college, Cisco Community College, and then Utah Tech, and he's now in the portal looking for one more year of eligibility as he deals the 2-1. It finds the zone for a called strike against Joey Milto. Runner on second. 2 balls and 2 strikes for Joey Milto, looking for his first hit of the day. Miller surveys the infield, kicks and delivers. Hard hit out to center field, going way back. It is way out of here. How about a Milto moonshot, a 2-run home run? The Saints 6-2 here at Jackie Robinson Field. Joey Milto just painted that ball, roped it over the center field wall. 2 insurance runs for Milto. And like we've already talked about, a guy who's in the portal looking for a home for next year, he's making a darn good case for himself for some of these scouts that are watching these games.
Yeah, 2 home runs now in as many games. He's been killing it with the bat recently, and he's playing a great right field as well.
103 miles an hour off the bat, 24-degree exit angle. Just not a chance that that ball is staying in the park. 385 feet out at Jackie Robinson Field, and Milto becoming the face of the offense here for the Saints over the last few games. They lead this game 6-2 now. As J.J. Kennett, who's 2 for 2 on the day with a double and a single, takes a big hack at the 1-0. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Crazy aces with no runners on here for the Saints. One misses away. 2 balls and 1 strike to J.J. Kennett, laying behind the dish tonight for the Saints. We've found ourselves in this bottom half of the lineup that's been the heartbeat of the Saints tonight. They have all the hits, and now Joey Milto has just earned himself a spot in that category as he knocked the 2-run homer in for 2 more runs for the Saints, extend their lead. Three balls, 1 strike. Fastball right down the middle. Kennett tossed his barrel. He exchanged a small apology to the umpire as he was clearly wrong on that decision, but a full count with 1 out for J.J. Kennett up against Max Miller here in the 5th. Miller, payoff pitch. Finds the zone for a called strike 3. Kennett goes down staring. 2 outs for the Bombers here in the 5th.
Just to revisit that Milto bomb a little bit, we had just talked about, I believe it was last half inning, maybe it was earlier this half inning, sort of the ebbs and flows of baseball. Sometimes you'll see a guy go 4 for 4 one day and then the next day go 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, but Joey Milto, after a 4 for 5 with a home run day in the last time out against the Foresters a couple days ago, he continues the strength.
Another ball on the ground in the infield here. The throw over to first is in time to retire the frame for the Saints. So we head to the 6th. The Bombers with a chance to strike back, but the Saints extend their lead 6-2 here at Jackie Robinson Field. We'll return in just a moment here on the Saints Streaming Network.
Baby, if I seem a little bit distracted, like I'm in another place and another time. Well, I apologize for the way I'm acting. I just got a lot of loving you on my mind. Ever since this morning I've been wondering how you do that thing you did last night. Well, let me tell
Back here at Jackie Robinson Field for the top of the 6th inning, creeping into the second half of this ball game as the sun sets over the hills of Pasadena, California in the shadow of the Rose Bowl. A gorgeous night here, 79 degrees Fahrenheit, coming off yet another hot day here in Pasadena. When we arrived here to prep for today's broadcast, the UV was 12. It was 95 degrees. Safe to say it's cooled down here as first pitch swinging. Oh, 1. Still Nolan McCracken. Michael Roca leading things off. The 3-4-5 batters due up here for the Bombers, and a 1-1 count for Nolan McCracken up against the third baseman, Michael Roca. Roca 0 for 1 on the day in 2 plate appearances. He takes a look at the 1-1 missing low and away, 2 balls and 1 strike. He looks for his first base hit of the day. He lined out to first base in the first inning, was walked and then caught stealing in the third. Here he is in his third official plate appearance, kicking into the right-handed batter's box. 2-1 count. McCracken kicks and delivers. Breaking ball in the zone, evens up the count. 2-2, 86 miles an hour the pitch from Nolan McCracken. Two from McCracken. Big swing and a miss, but it's off the tip of the barrel. Do it again at 2-2 after the foul ball.
That's kind of McCracken's game right there. Not the highest velocities. Upper eights still pretty impressive, but he's just got so much movement on those pitches, and especially that cutter just missing barrels all over the place.
2-2 pitch. Hard line drive out to right field. Milto hopping up and grabbing the ball to make the grab for the first out of the inning. This guy's just everywhere today.
Doing it all, defensively and offensively. Just had that 2-run home run a half inning ago. That line drive got a little bit of a misread on it. Took a first step in, then had to retreat back a couple steps to make the grab. But he makes it nonetheless.
Yeah, Milto, the reigning CCL player, reigning Saints player of the week. He might be the Saints player of the season at this rate. And we believe that he is tied for most home runs in the CCL as well. A guy who knows how to make strong bat-on-ball contact, and we've seen him go yard many a times this summer. The 1-0 to Alan Chu finds the zone for a called strike 1. 81 miles an hour the pitch from Nolan McCracken. McCracken in the middle of his third inning as the breaker misses outside. 2-1 now with 1 out. McCracken, no hits or runs allowed so far of the day. No walks either, and he's got 4 strikeouts. Arguably the best pitching performance of the day across both teams here in this CCL matchup. He's looking to break a losing streak here in Pasadena tonight as the 2-1 pitch to Alan Chu is fouled back for strike 2.
Alan Chu got a 1-for-2 day so far, batting exactly at that Mendoza line. 200 now on the summer.
2-2 count. Nolan McCracken takes a big deep breath, closes his stance, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. McCracken gets his 5th strikeout of the day. He catches Alan Chu swinging. 2 batters, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th for the Saints.
Kraken is having himself a day so far, at least on the pitching side of things. If we were to look at a pitcher of the game, it would definitely be McCracken. Offensively, couple guys making some noise throughout the Saints offense to help contribute now to this 4-run lead.
Yeah, he's looking to get to 3 innings here as he puts another strike right in the zone. 81 miles an hour that pitch. Getting ahead early, 0-1 with 2 outs. McCracken all over it here on the rubber for Arroyo Seco. McCracken kicks and deals. This is low near the dish. 4-1. 1-1, strike, 2 outs for Jeremy Jones. The 5 batter batting 3rd in this respective half inning. 1 for 1 on the day, a base hit and a strikeout swinging. The base hit against Brady Nelson, the strikeout against McCracken as this pitch finds the zone. 1-2 now for Nolan McCracken. Saints, despite starting the game, giving up 2 runs, have found their mojo. They have the 4-run lead here, and they look to go up on offense. Here's the 1-2 from McCracken. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back swinging strikeouts for Nolan McCracken. He gets his 6th K of the day, and the Saints with all the momentum as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning here on the Saints streaming network.
Baby, if I seem a little bit distracted, like I'm in another place and another time. Well, I apologize for the way I'm acting. I just got a lot of loving you on my mind. Ever since this morning I've been wondering how you do that thing you did last night. Well, let me tell you.
Levi Medella set to lead things off for the Saints here in the bottom half of the 6th inning as we welcome you back to Jackie Robinson Field, just across the street from the historic Rose Bowl Football Stadium, home of the UCLA Bruins. I'm Mark Robinson alongside Riley Horn. Happy to be with you here for for the CCL regular season matchup between the 11-11 Arroyo Seco Saints and the 3-9 Bombers. First offering to Levi Medella, low and at the knees inside for ball one. Medella, 2 for 2 on the day with 2 RBI singles, responsible for 2 of the 6 runs that the Saints have scored here through 6. 1-0 to Medella. Another one missing. Low and at the knees. 2-0 now to the first baseman. They're starting out with some defensive struggles for the Saints. They tallied an error in the first 2 innings of the game. They've found their defensive mojo. The 2-0 pitch missing in the exact same spot as the 2 pitches that followed it. Low and at the knees. 3-0 hitters count for Levi Medella. Medella most likely to take here the 3-run offering. Finds the zone for a called strike 1. Hitters count for Levi Medella, the leadoff man here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch. Fouled and lined on the first base side. Full count now. And a new arm here on the mound facing his first batter of the day for the Bombers, Isaac Cota. Recently committed to Cal State San Marcos, 6'5", 225 pounds, the right-hander, who's pitched 6 innings with a 1.50 ERA on the season. He deals the payoff pitch to Medella. Swing and a miss. He caught him hacking for the first out of the inning.
Good start there by Cota. Fell behind early in the count, battled his way back, evened it up, and then gets the strikeout. Good stuff coming out of the pen, especially when you're trailing like the Bombers are. You just need to get those outs. You can't afford to let up any more runs.
The 9-hitter, Keon Moseni. First offering misses high and outside. 1-0 the count now to the second baseman. 0 for 1 on the day, also reached on error, a questionable error, that is. Discussion we had amongst our staff up in the press box here at Jackie Robinson Field as to whether or not it should have gone down as an error, as he cranks this one all the way out to deep left field, and it falls and stays fair for a base hit. Moseni all the way over to second base. He gets a double for the Saints, and he's in scoring position here in the 6th with 1 out.
That one's similar result to the last one. He ends up on second base, but in a little different fashion. This one definitely going down as a double. And again, the last one, just like you alluded to, Mark, hard hit down the line, kicked off some leather of the first baseman, and he ended up at second base. Likely could have gone either way, but this one, no doubt about it. He moves to 1 for 3.
So the leadoff man strikes out swinging, but Keon Moseni makes up for it, gets the double. He's in scoring position. Hayworth shows bunt, pulls it away, and the pitch misses for ball 1. Moseni officially tallies his first hit of the day. 3 extra base hits for the Saints this afternoon. 4 if you count the questionable error from Keon Moseni. The 1-0 to Hayworth. Finds the zone for a called strike 1. Hayworth 0 for 3 on the day. 0 for 2 on the day. Was also walked in his first plate appearance. Has an RBI, though, in the form of a sac fly. He looks for another RBI with a runner on second, as well as his first hit of the day, the 1-1 pitch. Hammered right to first, scooped up into the glove of Chu, and he taps the bag for the second out of the inning, but it sends Keon Moseni over to third, and it brings up Trotter Enright to bat here with 2 outs now, the bottom of the 6th. Enright also 0 for 2 in 3 plate appearances, struck out looking and grounded out to second. Enright, wide stance, knees bent, bat hovering over the left shoulder. First offering, missing low for ball 1. Oseni going to bring in another run as Trotter Enright loops this one to shortstop. The throw over to first is in time to retire the frame. So a quick 3 outs for the Bombers here through 4 batters, which will send us to the 7th here at Jackie Robinson Field. The Saints still with a 4-run lead.
What's up? I'm Christian Robb. I'm a pitcher.
Cade Schumard, I'm a left-handed pitcher.
And this is Rip and Dex with the Saints.
My first card, I got Luke Weaver.
David Fry.
I got Jackson Job as my next card, young guy.
We got Landon Knack.
You got Austin Hedges, another good player.
Kiter Montero.
Oh, this one's a freaky card. I got Nick Castellanos. It's Friday the 13th right now, so it's kind of a bad look to pull the Nick Castellanos card on Friday the 13th.
We got Nolan Jones.
JP Sears. Let's read about this guy. He's from South Carolina. That's pretty cool.
Julian Aguilar. I'm not too familiar with these guys.
No, I've heard of him for sure.
He's a pitcher though.
Yeah.
Final third of this ball game as we welcome you back to the top of the 7th inning here at Jackie Robinson Field. And it's still Nolan McCracken on the rubber. He's had quite the day so far for the Saints as the third relief pitcher tonight through 3 innings pitched. No hits, no runs, no walks, 6 strikeouts in 9 batters faced. He's thrown 27 strikes in 37 pitches so far. And it's likely that we're going to see Matt Stone and the coaching staff for the Saints ride this guy out for the remainder of the game.
I mean, yeah, 3 hitless innings up to this point with 6 strikeouts. He averages 2 strikeouts an inning. 6 of his 9 outs have been strikeouts. That's just absurd out of, McCracken and being an arm out of the pen especially. And he's looking to maintain that lead. A lot of those strikes do come from pitches that end up outside the strike zone, though. A lot of swings and misses that are generated by McCracken and that gorgeous cutter that he has.
6, 7, 8 batters due up. The left fielder wearing number 1, James Elfinger, with the bat that we have known and loved and talked about during this broadcast, the pink and blue torpedo barrel. He shows bunt on the first offering. It finds the zone. McCracken gets ahead early with yet another strike, his 28th of the day. The 0-1 swung on, but way out of the zone for a called strike 2.
That's the one right there. It's that pitch, that cutter that starts near that low outside corner and then just dives. That one ended up in the dirt, but McCracken's still able to generate that swing and miss.
Talk about flow state for pitchers and how McCracken had found himself in a flow state early on. He's continued to just be in such a good place so far as this breaker misses low and away, 82 miles an hour on the right side corner out of the strike zone for ball 1.
0-2 pitch, though. Great job by McCracken. Hit his location. That's where you want that pitch. Again, trying to generate that swing and miss.
Leadoff man in James Derflinger. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Called strike 3. McCracken gets his 7th K of the day. He is rolling through these Bombers batters. 1 out here in the top of the 7th.
Dicing right now is McCracken. I mean, this guy is on fire.
3 straight strikeouts. All 7 of his strikeouts, the batters have gone down swinging. It's that cutter and the other pitches that he's able to rely on to test these batters, their ability to swing at some of these pitches, as this pitch right in the zone for yet another called strike. And a pinch hitter, Thomas Carney, in the left-handed batter's box, taking the place of Aiden Harrison now, wearing number 8. Harrison, 2 swinging strikeouts for his day. This is the first at-bat of the day for Thomas Carney. Yet another strike, 0-2 now. McCracken in the driver's seat, not just against Carney, but just against this whole lineup. He has been by far the method behind the madness of this lead for the Saints ever since he came in. The 0-2. Finds the zone for another strikeout. Nolan McCracken, 8th K of the day, back to back to back. That's his first looking strikeout of the day. 4 straight strikeouts. Christian Santiago with 2 gone. Quick work of the 2 leadoff men by Nolan McCracken. He takes a look at ball 1. One 0. Breaker in the zone for a called strike. Santiago, 1 for 1 on the day, a single and a fly out to left field. 1-1 offering. Outside of the zone, called strike 2. I cannot believe what I'm seeing here at Jackie Robinson Field. An absolute clinic from Nolan McCracken so far in his 3 2/3 innings pitched. He's ahead of the count here with 2 outs against Christian Santiago. Takes a deep breath. Kicks and deals the 1-2. Slide and fouled out into the netting. Do it again at 1-2 for Nolan McCracken. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. But it's on the ground. It counts as a strikeout, I believe, but on the ground, the runner gets to first safely off the drop third strike. So it brings up Griffin Zetko now. Tough break there for J.J. Kennett. Not able to grab that pitch. It's that same pitch that breaks onto the right side. Kennett has to try to be a little more ready for that. But nevertheless, Kennett able to grab that one. The same cutter that initially starts right in the frame of the strike zone and then cuts down, gets all those batters swinging. Not something you see a lot in the CCL, a drop third strike safely making it to first. See if McCracken can get 4 strikeouts in an inning with 3 outs. As the 1-0. Missing low and on the ground. 2 balls, no strikes. Thomas Williams on deck, the designated hitter with 2 outs and a 2-0 count for Griffin Zetko. Here's the pitch. Breaker right down the middle for the first strike of the count. 2-1 now for Nolan McCracken. Five straight strikeouts for McCracken. Looking for his 4th this inning, the 2-1. Hammered right up the middle and into the outfield for a base hit. Santiago staying at second. Zetko making it to first on the base hit. The first hit of the day allowed by McCracken brings us to the top of the order here with 2 gone.
So can't stay hitless through the 4 innings, but man, 3 2/3 innings pitched, giving up just 1 hit so far, no runs, no walks, and 9 strikeouts. That's still incredible.
Yeah, this guy's legit, man. Pretty crazy. As this pitch is hammered out to deep right field. Milto goes back on it. Hops off the wall, picked up by Milto and thrown in to second. 1 run comes in to score, another for the Bombers. And that will go down as a triple for the leadoff man, Thomas Williams. He also bats in 2 runs to make this a 6-4 ball game.
Great swing there out of Thomas Williams. able to just get that one out of reach of Milto. He looked up as if it was going to hit off the net and be a home run, but it hits off the wall either way. It's a triple with 2 RBIs. McCracken still continuing to deal just a little bit less efficiency at this point. There we go. Got the words out.
Dylan Fishbow up now. And I don't want to be a what-if kind of guy in this scenario, but you can't help but think that none of this would be happening if the drop third strike didn't make it to first safely. McCracken tallied 5 straight strikeouts, 3 in this inning, but we're still live here in the top of the 7th. 2 outs and 2 runs have come in to score for the Bombers. 2 hits now against McCracken as well. Deals the 0-2. Just a bit outside of the zone. Kennett splits the legs and stops it. Keeps the runner at third. Thomas Williams, 90 feet away from scoring the 5th run of the day for the Bombers. McCracken looking for another strikeout. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. McCracken magic continues here at Jackie Robinson Field. The Saints still with a 6-4 lead as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
What's up? I'm Christian Robb. I'm a pitcher.
Kate Schumart, I'm a left-handed pitcher.
And this is Rippin' Dex with the Saints.
My first card, I got Luke Weaver.
David Fry.
I got Jackson Job as my next card, young guy.
You got Landon Knack.
You got Austin Hedges, another good player.
Kiter Montero.
Well, this one's a freaky card. I got Nick Castellanos.
Oh.
It's Friday the 13th right now, so it's kind of a bad look to pull the Nick Castellanos card on Friday the 13th.
We got Nolan Jones.
JP Sears. Let's read about this guy. Are you from South Carolina? That's pretty cool.
Julian Aguilar. I'm not too familiar with these guys.
No, I've heard of him for sure.
He's a pitcher though. He looks nasty.
I got Jesus Luzardo. This guy is nasty.
I got Tyler Fitzgerald.
Oh, here we go. Jordan Romano. Oh, he's from Canada.
Oh.
That's pretty sick.
Wowza. Mason Montgomery, left-handed pitcher.
Alex Verdugo. He's nasty.
You got a decent one here.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Matt Strom there.
Let's go.
That's huge.
I got Caden Dana.
The 3-4-5 batters due up here in the bottom of the 7th. On behalf of everyone tuned in here on the Saints Streaming Network, we hope that you are stretched and ready to go for the remainder of this ball game as we welcome you back to Jackie Robinson Field. I'm Mark Robinson alongside Riley Horn, and it's Jax Ryan. First pitch swinging a high fly ball into center field, and it falls down at the track. Jax Ryan going all the way over to third, but the umpire will rule it as a ground rule double. It hopped up and over the wall. But how about that? A leadoff double for Jax Ryan here in the 7th.
Yeah, that one was absolutely touched, and it was sky high into center field, and Fishbow just couldn't find it. Must have lost it up above the lights. He kind of overran it a little bit to his right, and then it took a one-hop, bounced over the fence.
That was a lot of words there. I introduced us back here into the bottom half of the 7th. Made sure everybody was stretched and ready to go. And right as I finished up wrapping up that comment, like I said, first pitch swinging and first pitch blasting. Jax Ryan with the ground rule double, hopped up and off the track over the wall. Leadoff base runner in scoring position. As the delivery from the new pitcher, Roman Magana, for 24, the left-hander out of Regis University, deals the first offering to Jacob Freer for a called strike one. 3 innings pitched for the Regis University left-hander. Runner goes. Pitch is in there for a strike, but no throw down to third. A runner now 90 feet away from scoring here in what's already been an action-packed 7th frame.
Yeah, and with nobody out, up by 2, Saints could really use another insurance run to go up by 3 as we head into the final 2 frames after this half inning.
It's Jacob Freer due up. He hammers the 0-2 foul. Do it again at 0-2. Freer, 1 for 3 on the day, 2 swinging strikeouts and a single in the 5th. Now 4 extra base hits for the Saints on the day. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed for a called strike 3. A 1 hit and 1 strikeout allowed by Roman Magana in his 2 batters faced.
And Magana, coming out of Regis University, just finished up his freshman year there. Came out of Eleanor Roosevelt High School in Corona, California. So pretty local in Southern California. Finished up this last season, 7 ERA and 7.2 innings pitched. Gave up 12 hits and 6 earned runs.
First offering to Joey Milto, inside and at the knees for a called ball. (1-0) for Milto now, with 1 out and a runner on third. Here's the pitch. Milto looks at the breaking ball. It finds the zone on the outside corner for strike 1. (1-1) to Milto. Swing and a miss for called strike 2. Milto. 1-2 pitch. Hammered, but stays foul on the right side. And with 1 gone here in the bottom of the 7th, it's a Saints tradition here at Jackie Robinson Field. We like to bring a player on for the bottom half of the 7th, and we welcome Cade Schumard onto the broadcast here on the Saints streaming network. Cade, how are you tonight? Doing well, having a good time. Been a good game so far this evening, despite trailing early on. Saints able to have a comfortable lead here as Joey Milto swings at the 1-2 offering, but it's on the ground. The throw over to first on the drop third strike, but the runner comes home to score. Great base running there by Jax Ryan. Reads the drop third strike perfectly, and he slides in hands first to score the 7th insurance run of the day for the Saints. So they lead by 3 now. And with that, we'll go back to you, Cade. What's it been like playing for the Saints this summer? Have you been enjoying your time here in Pasadena?
Yeah. Engage with players and hello.
The 2 outs now. First offering to J.J. Kennett. Swung on. And so, Cade, you're at New Mexico State University, right?
Yes.
So what's your experience been like playing down there, getting to throw for New Mexico State? How have you liked attending and playing baseball there?
It's been great. The boys are great. I think we have a great group. I think we have a chance. Our freshmen, full fire to be back here and go to.
1-1 offering with 2 outs to J.J. Kennett. Swung on for a called strike 2. 2 gone here in the bottom of the 7th.
I gotcha.
Jax Ryan coming in to score the 7th run of the day as the 1-2 swung on and missed by J.J. Kennett. He'll go down swinging and advance to 2 for 4 on the day. The Saints able to get a run here and add some insurance as they lead 7-4 as we head to the top of the 8th. The Saints with a comfortable lead here in Pasadena.
My name is Trotter Enright. I play baseball at Long Beach State. I'm a freshman shortstop, and I'm from Newbury Park, California.
What about baseball draws you in that way?
Yeah, just the failure, honestly, like the constant drive and want to be like perfect. You know, like you always want those four days. You always want those days where you don't make an error. Like you always, want to get better. Like you're always not good enough.
47. Get through this one.
It has been my life. Sacrificing days off and days on. Like putting my blood, sweat, and tears into this. Like. That's at the end of the day, I want this to be my career, so I take it pretty seriously and, do everything I can to win and put myself in the best situation possible for real.
Top of the 8th inning here in beautiful Pasadena, California. The sun is officially set. It's pitch black, but we're under the lights here at Jackie Robinson Field. And a new pitcher for the Saints. McCracken's day is done. Garrett McGuigan comes in as the third reliever and the fourth arm of the day. The right-hander out of Gold West College gets set for his first offering of the day. Breaking ball finds the zone for a called strike one against the third baseman, Michael Roca. 1-1 for the new arm on the rubber. The pitch, another breaker in the zone for strike two.
Yeah, and McCracken's day is now done in a stellar outing, ending on a little bit of a sour note. Gave up a couple runs towards the end there, but still, nonetheless, 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 runs, and 10 strikeouts. Incredible stuff.
0-2, check swing, but it's outside. No verdict from the first base umpire. 1-2 now. McGuigan still in the driver's seat here. The 1-2 pitch way outside. Kennett gets his body on it, keeps it from going behind the dish, but it evens up the count at 2-2. McGuigan from Burbank, California. 5 innings pitched on the season. Saw some action in the 5-7 loss against the Foresters. He pitched a third of an inning, 1 walk and a strikeout. Batters faced in that respective third. He'll kick and deal the 2-2 pitch to the leadoff man. It's grounded to third. Enright, the throw over to first. Just another day at the office for Trotter Enright. Scoops it up, throws it over, and an easy 5-3 put out for the Saints in the infield. And we got another pinch hitter in for the Bombers. It's Jack Mullen, number 22, also out of Regis University, originally from San Clemente, California. Kicking into the right-handed batter's box for his first at-bat of the day, he replaces Alan Chu. First offering in the zone for a called strike one. Jack Mullen, 21 at-bats, no runs and only 2 hits. He's batting under 100 at a 95 average. Only 2 hits in his last 10 games as he hammers the breaker right through the 3-4 gap for a base hit in his first at-bat of the day. Jack Mullen gets a single and sparks some offensive life here for the Bombers in the 8th.
Yeah, good work there. Pinch hitter role. Got to come into the game and got to find a way on base. Does exactly that. Punches a single the other way. Goes into the 3-4 hole and into right field. Now the Bombers can maybe get something rolling here as they chase 3.
First offering in there for a called strike to the lefty, Jeremy Jones. Right fielder, 1 for 3 on the day. A single in his first at-bat, but struck out swinging twice to Nolan McCracken both times. 0-1 from McGuigan to the lefty. Breaker just outside. Evens it up at 1-1.
McGuigan, last time against the Bombers, all the way back on June 11th, we mentioned how McCracken entered that game as well, and he actually ended up getting the save. McGuigan also got an inning in relief. He gave up 1 hit and 1 run, but 1 hit, 1 walk, but no runs.
1-1. Looks like J.J. Kennett got hit right in the neck. Looks to be in some pain. The trainer's racing out to check on him. Not the place you want to get hit by a baseball. Definitely a painful spot.
Yeah, one of the one spots that's not necessarily covered by the catcher's gear, but is still a very dangerous spot to be hit in. I hope everything's going to be okay.
As the amazing trainer staff for the Saints comes out to check on J.J. Kennett, we'll kick it to a quick break. When we come back, give you an update on his status. But for now, we'll return in just a moment here on the Saints streaming network.
Baby, if I seem a little bit distracted, like I'm in another.
Quick injury intermission, but we're back here in the top of the 8th with 1 out. J.J. Kennett, after a few sips of water and some attention from the medical staff, seems to be totally good and okay. He's back behind the dish. Three-1 count now for McGuigan against Jeremy Jones, and a runner on first after a base hit from Jack Mullen. 3-1, hit foul, makes the count full with a runner on and 1 out.
Now it's time to dial in for McGuigan. Try and get that one pitch. You can't make it too fine because you can't afford missing a little off the zone and giving up a walk, but still looking for that double play ball.
McGuigan with the 5.40 ERA. Already allowed a hit through 2 batters faced. He'll deal the payoff pitch. It's fouled back behind home plate. We'll do it again at 3-2. Runner at first, 1 out for the Saints here in the top of the 8th. McGuigan kicks the payoff pitch. In the zone for a called strike 3. McGuigan catches Jeremy Jones staring for the second out of the inning. 2 gone here in the 8th. Brings up James Derflinger. McGuigan gets his first K of the day. 2 outs. First offering to Derflinger. Breaker out of the zone for a called ball. Saints, 4 pitchers have combined for 15 strikeouts tonight. Remarkable showing on the rubber across the forearms. Spearheaded by Nolan McCracken as the 1-0 breaks right into the zone, evens up the count at 1-1. 81 miles an hour, breaking up top and down into the center of the zone. A great throw and strike from Garrett McGuigan. 1 ball and 1 strike, a runner at first, 2 outs. The pitch. Act foul off the short end of the bat for James Derflinger. Puts the count at 1-2. McGuigan eyes back-to-back strikeouts here in the 8th. One-two pitch. In the ground, Kennett shifts over, spreads the legs, and makes the stop.
Really athletic stop there by Kennett behind the dish. Kind of having to extend his body upward to get an extra inch or two to knock that one down, but great play there.
2-2 pitch. Struck him out! Back-to-back Ks for Garrett McGuigan. Retires the frame for the Saints. 16th strikeout of the day, and it's been the pitching that's had all the momentum for the Saints as we head to the bottom of the 8th here in Pasadena.
What's up? I'm Christian Robb. I'm a pitcher.
Cade Schumard, I'm a left-handed pitcher.
And this is Rippin' Dex with the Saints.
My first card, I got Luke Weaver.
David Fry.
I got Jackson Job as my next card, young guy.
We got Landon Knack.
You got Austin Hedges, another good player.
Kiter Montero.
Oh, this one's a freaky card. I got Nick Castellanos. It's Friday the 13th right now, so it's kind of a bad look to pull the Nick Castellanos card on Friday the 13th.
We got Nolan Jones.
J.P. Sears. Let's read about this guy. He's from South Carolina. That's pretty cool.
Julian Aguilar. I'm not too familiar with these guys.
No, I've heard of him for sure.
He's a pitcher though. He looks nasty.
I got Jesus Luzardo. This guy is nasty.
I got Tyler Fitzgerald.
Oh, here we go. Jordan Romano. Oh, he's from Canada.
Oh.
That's pretty sick.
Wowza. Mason Montgomery, left-handed pitcher.
Alex Verdugo. He's nasty.
We got a decent one here.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Matt Strom there.
Let's go.
That's huge.
I got Caden Dana. Yeah.
Bro, I just took a look at that next card.
I know. This is a sick one. I can't wait to.
I got Kyle Tucker though. I like that one. That's pretty good.
All right. I got this this 35-year anniversary.
Bottom of the 8th here at Jackie Robinson Field as we welcome you back to the Saints, who hold a 7-4 lead. My name's Mark Robinson, sitting alongside Riley Horn. Weird start to this inning. Johnny Garber up to bat in the 8th here. Slotted usually in as a catcher, playing in the outfield today as he takes a look at the second offering. 0-2 now against Owen Peak, the new arm for the Bombers. 4.50 ERA through 8 innings pitched so far this summer. The left-hander kicks and deals the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him hacking for the first out of the inning.
Good start by Owen Peak. Coming into the game, he's trailing a couple runs. He's got to shut down the Saints offense. That's what he's starting to do, what he's on track to do. Out of Point Loma Nazarene University, a lot of San Diego with Owen Peak. His hometown is San Diego, California. He attends Point Loma Nazarene University. He's a Sea Lion out at Point Loma down in San Diego. Really strong D2 program down there, and now he's playing for the San Diego Bombers.
Breaker from Owen Peak misses just above the center of the strike zone. 75-mile-an-hour pitch. Sing for ball one. Up against Levi Medella. As Medella absolutely crushes a ball foul for a rather long strike one, which makes the count crazy aces here in the bottom of the eighth. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out for Levi Medella. The pitch. Didn't go on the check swing. It misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike to the first baseman. Peak delivers the 2-1. Another big swing. Makes it 2-2 to Levi Medella here with 1 out. Two count. Pitch from Peak. Chopped foul behind home plate. We'll do it again at 2-2. Medella, 4th at-bat of the day. He's 2 for 3. He had back-to-back RBI singles in the 2nd and the 4th innings, respectively, and a swinging strikeout in his last at-bat. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Just a bit outside, makes the count full for Levi Medella. Owen Peak. First batter faced a strikeout in Johnny Garber going down swinging. Here's the payoff pitch. Lined out to left field. Deflinger gets under it and makes the grab for the 2nd out of the inning. 2 batters, 2 outs, and it's Keon Moseni, due up now in the 8th for the Saints.
Medella been hot at the dish so far tonight. He moves to 2 for 4 with a run scored and 2 RBIs. That one was well struck out into left field over towards the gap just a little bit, but it hung up just enough for Derflinger to make the grab.
First offering from Peak to Keon Moseni, 3rd batter here in this inning. This is outside. 1-0 now to Moseni. 1-0 missing way over the head of Zitko and the home plate umpire for an easy called ball 2. Moseni, wide stance, knees bent, barrel above the back of his head, gets ready for the 2-0 pitch. Misses high again, and Keon Moseni way ahead, comfortable, looking to potentially take here on the 3-0 pitch coming up in just a second. 3-0 from Owen Peak. Finds the zone for a called strike 1. He's got a strikeout against Johnny Garber in this inning. He's behind 3-1 here against Keon Moseni with 2 outs. The 3-1 pitch. Another swing and a miss. Full count now. Nice job by Peak to catch himself up, initially falling behind 3-0. Full count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Peak on the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts for Owen Peak. He gets Johnny Garber and Keon Moseni swinging for an easy 3-up, 3-down inning. We'll head to the 9th. Here at Jackie Robinson Field, the Bombers have 3 outs to score 3 runs and find the equalizer here against the Saints.
I know it ain't all that labor you should probably leave. I recognize that look in your eyes, yeah, you should probably leave.
Today we're going to the Rose Bowl in Pasadena to see if anybody's coming to the Saints game tonight.
You guys like baseball? Well, we have a game over there. The Arroyo Seco Saints for Pasadena. It's at Jackie Robinson Memorial Field. Come and watch it at 6 p.m.
Thank you. Baseball, yeah, sure. Yeah? A baseball game, Arroyo Seco.
Yeah!
Where's that?
Jackie Robinson Field.
Oh, I know that.
So you like baseball?
Nah, not really. I'm just really.
Fair
I'm
enough.
honest with you.
You guys are big.
Alright.
A baseball game?
Yeah, we got a baseball game happening at the Jackie Robinson Field at 4:30.
Yeah, we'll come out for sure.
For sure, okay.
We'll be there. We'll be there.
Yeah,
We'll
go Saints, go
We're going that
Saints.
way.
Top of the ninth here in Pasadena, California, as we welcome you back to Jackie Robinson Field. My name is Mark Robinson, sitting alongside Riley Horn. The Saints need 3 outs on the defensive side to walk away with their first win all the way back since they took a win over the Academy Barons before taking a road trip to San Luis Obispo. The win over the Barons gave them a 3-game winning streak, but they would go on to lose 3 games against SLO, 2 against Santa Barbara. But here they are after losing 5, up 7-4. And with that, the closer, Andrew Citron, comes in and seeks the save for the Saints. No saves on the season so far, a 9.64 ERA through 4 2/3 innings pitched. In his last 3 appearances, he's pitched 1 inning respectively. Been one of the fallback closers for the Saints as he kicks and deals the first offering of the ninth. It's in the dirt for a called ball. Thomas Carney, the designated hitter, in a 1-0 count now. Up against Citron. Here's the pitch. Finds the zone, evens up the count. A great throw there from Andrew Citron. Carney, 0 for 1 on the day, struck out staring. Here he is in his second at-bat of the day. The 1-1 pitch misses way outside and away for ball 2. Carney, 5 at-bats on the season, no hits, looking for his first of the season. He has 1 RBI and 5 strikeouts. He's the 2-1. Big swing and a miss, evens up the count at 2-2 for Andrew Citron against the leadoff man here in the ninth, Thomas Carney. Carney from San Diego, California, 5'9", 179 pounds, attending Mesa Community College. Sets up for the 2-2 pitch. Here it is. This is low and away. Full count. Full count for the leadoff hitter, Thomas Carney. Citron with a 3-run lead for the Saints. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. A great start for Andrew Citron. He gets the first batter out swinging. 2 outs away from the win are the Saints here in Pasadena.
That's exactly what Citron needs to do. That was just a pure challenge fastball on the full count delivery, and he ended up getting it to work in his favor. Now the Bombers chasing more runs than they have outs to work with. Citron got a little bit of a cushion, needs to keep attacking.
It's Christian Santiago. 1 for 3 on the day. A base hit in his first at-bat. Flied out to left field, and then something we don't see every day, Riley. He struck out swinging, but the pitch on the ground, and he was able to make it to first on time for the drop third strike. He's ahead 1-0 here. The pitch finds the zone on the inside corner and evens it up. 1 ball and 1 strike to Christian Santiago. Crazy aces. Here's the pitch. This is high and away. 2-1 now for Santiago. Citron. 6 strikeouts on the season. 4 walks and 7 hits allowed. 2-1. On the dirt and in the ground. A hitter's count now for Christian Santiago. 3-1 with 1 out. Chasing 3 runs to tie this game. Saints would get back to a winning record, barring a win here in the ninth. 12-11 would be the record that they stand with. 3-10 the Bombers would fall to, as the 3-1 is chopped foul. A full count now for Christian Santiago. Full count, 1 out here for the Saints, and Andrew Citron, the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. On the ground, J.J. Kennett grabs it and throws it over to first, and the throw this time in time. No more drop third strikes for the Saints. Back-to-back strikeouts for Citron. 1 out away from a W here at Jackie Robinson Field.
Again, that's what Citron needs to do. Just attack the zone. He's been in 2 full counts, both of them resulting in strikeouts. But he's got to just keep attacking the zone.
The umpire called time. Oh, they're saying that he maybe got hit by the pitch. Hand hurting a little bit. Once again, remarkable training staff for the Arroyo Seco Saints. 3 amazing interns led by an athletic trainer comes out to check on the home plate umpire who got hit by the pitch. Apologies for the confusion, if any, on what the situation was. Hard to tell from this point of view. But they're checking in and making sure that the home plate umpire is okay without injury. It'll be Griffin Zitko batting here with 2 outs up against Citron, who has both outs here for the Saints in the 9th in the form of strikeouts. Zitko is 1 for 3 on the day, 2 back-to-back swinging strikeouts, and a base hit in the 7th. It's the last hope to try to keep the Bombers alive here in Pasadena.
Citron now looking to get that final out, get himself a save, add to his stats a little bit. But if he picks up the save here, the Saints take the 7-4 victory. Looking to be a little bit of deja vu. Last time these 2 teams squared off back on June 11th. We've mentioned this before. A couple guys getting some action like tonight, but that game, final score of 7-4 in favor of the Saints. So could be a lot of similarities going on.
Tron's got back-to-back strikeouts here in the 9th. Those the 17th and 18th strikeouts on the day. Griffin Zitko, the 9-hole batter. The last hope for the Bombers as the first offering misses low and away for ball 1. And as we wrap up this game, Riley, I can't help but glance at the gorgeous full moon there on the right side of the sky. None of our cameras here tonight are able to give you a good shot of it, but a very pretty full moon. As the 1-0 pitch catches the zone, maybe the full moon is to speak for the 18 strikeouts that the Saints have in the pitching performance from Nolan McCracken, who had an unearthly job on the mound today, pitching in the middle of the game. The 1-1 pitch on the ground for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Saints lead by 3.
Hey, you never know. Baseball's the sport of superstition. See it more than any other sport, these wacky superstitions. Maybe the Saints just getting a little bit of good luck with the full moon.
Citron with the 2-1 pitch. Outside of the zone for strike 2. Saints with the lead here in the top of the 9th inning. Wild deuces to end the game. Andrew Citron kicks and delivers. This is outside. I know you're a baseball player, Riley. Are you a superstition-based player or not so much?
I was quite superstitious, yeah.
Big on the superstitions. I've talked to some players who don't believe in it at all whatsoever, and others who are big into whatever the routines are. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. The payoff pitch. Missing inside. Sends Griffin Zitko to first on the walk. Brings up the true leadoff man, Thomas Williams. 1 for 3 and 4 plate appearances on the day with a triple and 2 swinging strikeouts.
I was really hoping for a second there we would have seen 3 strikeouts to end this game, all going into full counts. That would have been a pretty fun way to end it.
The true leadoff man takes a look at the first offering from Citron in there for a called strike 1. The runner at first now represents the 5th run. They need 3 to tie it. 0-1. Softly grounded to the infield. Trotter Enright. Throw over to first in time. Saints win 7-4. A gorgeous performance by Arroyo Seco gives them their first win and back to a winning record since they last beat the Barons a few weeks ago, 12-11 on the season now. After a 5-game losing streak, Riley, the Saints able to figure it out at home tonight. What was the biggest takeaway from your perspective as to why they were able to grab a win?
I mean, obviously, we've talked about it the entire night. Has to be the pitching staff. It was a little bit of a hiccup of a start from Brady Nelson. He went 2 innings, and he gave up 2 runs, only one of which earned, though. But then Tyler Herges came in for a clean inning as a second arm in relief. Nolan McCracken, the highlight pitching performance of the night. 4 innings pitched, gave up 2 runs on 2 hits, 10 strikeouts. And then McGuigan comes in for an inning, and Citrone comes in for an inning, both going scoreless in their own respective innings. And that was the key to the success today.
Yeah, just such a great showing. A lot of really strong offense overall as well. And you look at the final hit column, the Saints able to get 8 hits to the Bombers 7, but they're able to really capitalize on the hits that they were making. And you have people, of course, like Joey Milto, who just continue to hit amazing offensive days, one after the other. He gets the home run today, and it's just that 6 through 9. A.J. Kennett, Joey Milto, Johnny Garber, Levi Mandela, Keon Moseni, all tallied hits, 4 extra base hits for the Saints in total today. Just an all-around really strong showing for Arroyo Seco. They get the win and improve to 12-11. And tonight's game, the first of many this week here at Jackie Robinson Stadium. Tomorrow, the Saints will host the San Francisco Seagulls, a 6:05 p.m. pitch you can watch on the Saints streaming network. And on Friday, the 11th of July, they'll host the San Diego Waves. And then Saturday and Sunday, back-to-back games against the Conejo Oaks. It'll be the 4th straight game on Saturday here in Jackie Robinson Stadium. And then on Sunday, back on the bus up to Conejo to end the week for the Saints. But with that, for tonight, that'll be it for us. The final score here tonight, the Saints 7, the Bombers 4. As we thank you for joining us here on the Saints Streaming Network. For my broadcast partner, Riley Horn, I'm Mark Robinson, saying so long from Jackie Robinson Field. Have a marvelous rest of your night, everybody.